Back to Hidden Power. This is a Pokemon podcast. Today we are live streaming our weekly episode, and we're talking all about Pokemon Legends EA. Right, we're entering February. Pokemon Day at the end of February is on the horizon. We are looking forward to that.
It's
I think
1 month away.
Is it literally 1 month today?
Less
that's
than
awesome.
1 month. Less than, because it's 1 month from yesterday, right?
And we're expecting so much from that day. Maybe not even that much, but I think our expectations for that day have been heightened. You guys get it. There's also a ton of news that has popped up over the last 24 hours that has to do with Scarlet and Violet, Legends Arceus. I'm and kind of also, I think some of this stuff indicates what we really could be looking at into, some of the stuff I think is supposed to keep us busy into 2025, like kind of the rest of the year. Anyways, I'm glad to be here. It's kind of it's nice to stream in the middle of the day. So I'm excited to be here. My name is DustyGogoat. I'm also with the LumiosePost.
Hello.
And SoulSilverArt. What's up, guys?
What's up?
How you guys feeling?
Man. I'm feeling good. I'm super excited because we are in the month of January when, of course, we will be getting some Pokemon news.
Yeah.
It is weird. It doesn't feel like January actually anymore after yesterday because that whole I didn't know that Pokemon Day. I didn't know Pokemon Day was a month away yesterday.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
It kind of shocked me. Yeah, it kind of.
I think we've all been busy. We've all just been super busy.
Yeah, but when you really think about like just a month is like nothing, and February is like short. It's like it doesn't feel long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not technically different.
No, we were literally, Dusty and I were on the phone yesterday, and we were like talking about, okay, what do we need to do this week? And we realized we're like, wait a second, we have all of February mapped out. Like we have until Pokemon Day mapped out for like what content we're doing.
Right.
And that is like kind of just an absurd thought that like, we have it until Pokemon Day. Normally we don't know what we're recording next week, let alone all the way to Pokemon Day.
It's really not that long. That's the thing. Like, that's why it's shocking to me that it's like still January because it's not that long until 3 weeks?
We got
4 weeks, I guess, but
29 days, and we're in it.
Dude,
29 days.
I just looked at the calendar and it was just like just looking at the weeks, and I was this is nothing. This is nothing because we've been waiting for freaking a whole entire year. So it's not
literally 4 weeks from Thursday. Thursday will be 4 weeks.
You know what? Maybe we can start with something a little spicy. I saw someone, another content creator, just kind of make the bold prediction.
Oh,
and it was their single bold prediction for Pokemon Day, what they might announce, and they were saying, and listen, I think it's kind
reversal, right?
Yeah, it was reversal, and he said he said they're gonna announce Gen 10 this year, and I was like, you know what? I can get on board for this level of subversion. Like that would be, it's just an interesting idea because I think we've all just assumed it's not going to happen, but never put it past Pokemon. Never put it past Pokemon.
No.
I believe he said that he believes that, and I do not believe this, but I believe he said that he believes it'll be announced and released this year, which is like a super bold prediction, which by the way, guys, that's a good plug here. Be commenting in the chat what your Pokemon Day predictions are, because we did want to like kind of look at that and see what y'all are thinking.
Bro, I don't even know what's going on. I got to pull up the chat. I forgot that we were even live. I just thought
we're live.
We were just doing. I mean, I knew that's what we were doing, but I forgot.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
We got all sorts of great people in the chat. Jackson Fuller's here. Char, Fairy Fantasia's here. Rocky the Third, Sampy. Lucy.
Double Slaps in here.
Yeah, what's up, Double Slap? Mark, Machichu. Seeing everyone here, man. Good to see. Shirley's in here. Ben Boatman. Great to see all of you guys.
Nice.
Hope you're having a good day.
Squad's out here.
Yeah, but like the prediction of Gen 10 coming out, it just kind of like blew my mind.
I know.
I'm trying to see where this even
You know what's really funny? You know what's really funny about that is I had planned to post just something about like how, when we can talk about this, but just how crazy it is that this would be the year that we would supposed to be getting Gen 10. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
That's a whole nother topic.
Been 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, like it would be normal for us to be getting Gen 10. So I had planned to post to like say, you know, like it's weird, you know, that we're not getting it. And then I made a pseudo post of that yesterday. And basically I'm just like, you can tell that not calling out like reversal, but people like that don't look at leaks. You know, they would think, oh, this must be Gen 10's year, you know, because I think that the leaks had a part to play in the whole like Gen 10 is not this year thing, because Ku said it, and it's just, it is also logical to think that it wouldn't be this year because of ZA, but freaking Legends Arceus released the same year as
Yeah.
Scarlet and Violet.
I want to shout out Austin Pratt. We just got the notification on Patreon that you just became a channel member. So shout out to you, Austin, if you're listening right now. You know, to Reversal's credit, I don't think he's not tapped into Twitter. I don't know the guy. I don't
think he is.
I don't watch his content, but I do think he is pretty tapped in with what you know, you can call it engagement farming, whatever you want to call it. I think he's tapped in and knows and kind of plays the system. He plays our emotions a little bit. I am very sure that he knows Gen 10 is like Gen 10 this year is a unpopular opinion. Therefore, he's posting it, and I just appreciate it because it's an interesting idea, right? Just to give him credit. I don't think he's out of the loop. Yeah.
No, it's not. No, but I do think he is out of the like leak loop, which is completely normal. Maybe. There's tons of people that do not. They're like, no leaks, nothing. I am not paying attention to anything like that. Yeah. And so if you didn't, that's totally fine. No shade at all. But I'm just saying, if you didn't, you would assume, you would be like, there's a possibility, you know, that Gen 10 could happen this year. And there is still a possibility. Actually.
I mean, dude, imagine a world. I didn't plan to talk about this, but imagine a world where Pokemon Day, where they go, Legends EA is a great experience. It's amazing, and we have one more. We have one more thing to tell you. And then they show us Gen 10. Are you flipping kidding me, dude?
It's possible.
That would be insane.
Impossible.
You know what's funny too is I think because, you know, going back to like what you said, Soul, about being plugged into leaks. I think, like, if they did that, like, if they show us a ZA trailer and then they go, we have one more thing to show you, my brain would go, oh, okay, we're about to see Black and White remakes. And then they show Gen 10, they'd be like, whoa, you know?
Yeah. Mind-boggling.
My brain would also do that.
I mean, I don't know. So I guess I brought this up because I saw this, and I said, okay, well, I think the thing that I'm really leaning on is X and Y HD ports. I just feel like it would be easy for them to implement. You know, I guess they could essentially just
saw that, and I was like, "Dang, we're doing this again."
It's not even anything
realistic than Gen 10, honestly.
I don't think it's that. I don't know. I think this is absolutely more realistic than Gen 10. This is just it's like a easy cash grab for them. We've talked about this. If they just take X and Y and they just make it HD, and all they have to do is put the touchscreen on the side of the screen or whatever, like. I'm not saying a remake. I'm saying just a port, but it's a companion piece. Like, I think people would eat this up, man. And I think the only reason why I think this is even in the question is because we're getting a Kalos game. So this is just a companion game that could go alongside it. That's all I'm thinking.
It does make sense.
It makes sense.
And this is my bold post.
Doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is my bold post, or my bold prediction for Pokemon Day.
Like, honestly, it would have made more sense to just give us HD remasters of Diamond and Pearl with Legends Arceus, but nope. Instead, they gave us Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which is a glorified HD remaster.
Do you guys have any bold predictions?
Yes,
for Pokemon Day?
I do think they'll announce Gen 10, but hear me out. I don't think they will announce Gen 10. I think they will say, like, you know, we do want to let you know that we are currently working on the next iteration of Pokemon games, which will be for the Nintendo Switch 2. That's it. Like, I don't think they'll go, oh, it's Pokemon Wind and Waves. Look, here's a trailer. Here's the starters. But I think that they will kind of acknowledge, hey, you've seen the Switch 2. You know that's a thing that's happening. And we want to let you know that we have a game coming out next year for that.
Yeah.
I
could see it.
I could see that, but I actually think that they will go the Black and White remake route. So I mean, we might all be different a little bit on this, but because it's
that's assuming that the Black and White remakes are. Sorry, keep going. This is your bold prediction. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. No, to your point, they're definitely real, but when are they coming out is a question. Like, so if you are to believe if you believe that Black and White remakes were for the Switch 2, like specifically made for the Switch 2 back in 2022 or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that they could do the same exact thing that you're saying, Lumi, and be like, and we have one more announcement or whatever for Nintendo Switch 2 or something. Do you know what I mean? And it'll just be like, they'll just show like a flash of like Zekrom and Reshiram or something.
No, that's
like that.
cool.
They won't
man.
say like what the name of it is or anything, because the whole point is that it would be the first game on the Switch 2, the first Pokemon game, like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It would be like, so they wouldn't announce Gen 10.
Oh, that's interesting. You think it's
and
on
then
Switch
later
2?
announce that? Yeah, and then later announce that. Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
so I think
I
that they
agree
would
with
do
you.
that first if they're doing the Gen 5 remakes first. That's
Interesting.
the big caveat.
I don't
That's
think
the
it would be
caveat.
on Switch 2.
I do think Black and White remakes. I think it will be for the Switch too. I agree with Soul there. But
The reason
I don't
is
think they'll officially reveal it because so we know that like a Mario Kart game's coming for the Switch 2 because we saw it in the Switch 2 trailer, but they did not reveal that Switch 2 game. Like they did not say, "Here's Mario." We don't know what it's called. We're like calling it Mario Kart 9.
So we could just
but
see
it
like
might be called.
we could see
Mario
this
Kart.
essentially, right?
well, that's what I said though too. It's just like a tease to it. And
Yeah.
just like saying coming for the Switch 2 or something.
Because I don't think Nintendo would let Pokemon like reveal.
No.
We have not revealed a Nintendo Switch 2 game. You cannot reveal the first Nintendo Switch 2 game in your presents. You can't do that. We're Nintendo. First one's got to get revealed in our Nintendo Direct.
100%. Also, the reason why
there's
that's
a
also
February Direct, right? For
Yeah,
Nintendo.
Yeah, but that's just for the Switch 1 apparently.
Okay, but like a lot of the times, I feel like they go, okay, it's for the Switch 1, and the majority of it will be. But they always have a big reveal at the end, like the like Smash Brothers Tears of the Kingdom level reveal. So I could see them like it is all Switch. There is not a hint of Switch 2, but at the very end, they're like, we do have one more thing to show you, because I think they're gonna want to remind you, hey, remember we have a Switch 2 coming. And then they like reveal Mario Kart 9.
I think,
and then in that case, Pokemon could reveal a Switch 2 game because they wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, I think there's a possibility where because the games are backwards compatible, there's a possibility that like every single thing that they show us, every new game that they show us on Switch, they could also show it on Switch 2 and be like, if you buy this, you can play it on the Switch or the Switch 2, right?
They will, but it's not going to have anything to do with. It's just like what Lumi said. Like Nintendo is not really going to be like push the Switch 2 until
maybe not yet because it's actually not out. That's a good point.
That
Certainly
actually
not
is
them.
Yeah, that's a huge point towards them not revealing Gen 10 like at all, other than like just a line like they did with Sword and Shield. Like that's the most.
Yeah,
we're not getting like. I mean, maybe they could show like starters or something, but they will not show like any gameplay, anything like that. It'd just be coming for the Switch 2 because they really everything for the Switch 2 is going to be after that April Direct. That I don't think people have registered that fully because there's nothing else. They're not showing any. That's the reveal. The big reveal is April 4th for anything Switch 2. So April 2nd.
Yeah.
April 2nd. Yeah.
I don't know. I really struggle with thinking that if we whatever the new game would be, whether it's Black and White or an X and Y game or whatever, right? If we get another game other than Legends EA, I don't see it being on the Switch 2 simply because it's a remake and you want to be able to like capture I just feel like until there's a large enough install base on Switch 2, I don't think we're going to get a Pokemon game that is only for the Switch 2. I feel like Pokemon has always what its promise has always been is like trying to capture or be available and accessible to the widest amount of people so people can trade and battle and play together with their friends, right?
That totally makes sense.
So a Black and White remake, which is the worst selling Pokemon games, but a remake of the worst selling Pokemon games now on a limited set of like systems, like brand new systems, that just doesn't make sense to me. But I think no matter what they put out, they can still market it on the Switch too. Like if that's later in the year or next year or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I also feel like they would want to be like, I feel like the big trump card, can I even say that anymore? The big like winning victory card is you slap it down and you go new Pokemon game, first Pokemon game on the Switch 2. right? That's a big deal. Gen 10, that's a big deal, right? But I think if you burn that card on like a cheap Ilka remake, it just, I don't know, it feels a little bit anticlimactic.
You're underestimating Game Freak here, because that's what they did for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Like literally, that's what they did.
An underwhelming game being the first one on the new console.
I think
everything that you just said, that's what they did.
I mean, it is subjective, but it isn't.
I get what
in
you're
the
saying,
sense
though.
that, like, it is underwhelming compared to a new gen.
Sure.
I think that's pretty much objective.
Yeah.
And when you can't think about Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee like it is today. Like, you might have fond feelings for it now, but when it first was revealed, everyone.
I was excited for it. I think the thing with
Let's Go, like, yay, Kanto! We haven't seen that ever.
I think that game was pushed because it was developed. Obviously, a huge part of the gameplay had to do with the Joy-Cons and the motion controls in that way. But I think also, like, it was a direct tie-in to Pokemon Go, which was like a global phenomenon at the time. And I think, what do you do with the global phenomenon? You push a game on a system that is actually the new system, right? Like, why would you be like, hey, Pokemon Go players, come check out this brand new game that is, on a handheld console that was built just 8 years ago, right? I feel like there's some elements there that maybe we're not considering. Anyways, this is fun.
Yeah, I do think, though, the thing to think about when you're thinking about Black and White and whether it'll be for the Switch 1 or the Switch 2, I think the most important thing to think about is that Scarlet and Violet releases 2022, right? DLC for it comes out in 2023. Summer of 2023, we start hearing whispers of a Switch 2 Black and White remake. We're now hearing whispers come up again of a Black and White remake. To me, it makes sense that that's the same game. So I feel like it was always rumored for the Switch 2. Even back then, it was rumored for the Switch 2. So that's why I'm like so adamant. Pretty sure this is for the Switch 2.
That's literally what I was going to say throughout this whole conversation. The biggest thing is the leaks behind it. And it's not just from Coup leaks. It's like multiple kinds of leaks. Things that I've heard. Things that other people have heard. But I'm saying specifically this little thing, Dusty. It's like a big part of the leaks was this game is a made by a third party, like, outsourced team, so not Game Freak.
Yeah.
And it was made specifically for the Switch 2. And then you had that one 4chan leak that was about, like, Blueberry Academy or the Indigo Disc.
Yeah.
The Indigo Disc, like, being basically updated for like the Switch 2. I don't know exactly what I'm paraphrasing, but there was the Switch 2 was delayed big time. It was I had heard that it was supposed to come out with Tears of the Kingdom. Like, Tears of the Kingdom and the Switch 2 were supposed to launch together.
That's crazy.
So that's how long ago it was a thing. And it was a Switch Pro before as well. It was just Switch Pro, and then it was going to come out with that, and they redid everything. So they have, in my opinion, from what I've heard, they have been working on a Black and White remake since at least 2022. And it's like,
which would make sense. That's 3 years of development. Yeah.
Right.
And it's not them. Yeah. It's whoever the third party development team is, which I think may not be okay. Which I think it is, because Coup has hinted at that, but I don't know. I mean, people are questioning his validity at this point. So,
Yeah. Do you think just a little side tangent for a moment? Do you think that's why they delayed Tears of the Kingdom? It's because, like, they delay it because they're
possible.
Like, we have to delay the Switch Pro, and so they delay the Switch Pro, and they're like, well, let's delay Tears of the Kingdom so we can release with it. But then, they're having to delay the Switch Pro again. They're just like, all right, screw it. We can't just have Tears of the Kingdom sitting on the shelf and we not making money, so just go ahead and release it.
Maybe.
I literally don't know the ins and outs. It's possible. I'm just telling you what I heard back then, because now it's so long ago and all of that stuff has been revealed, but these were things that were leaked to me a long time ago. So that was like the process. And
did it release in May? Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom did, yeah.
Which is, like, around the time that, like, we're thinking the Switch 2 will get released.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, just, later. So that's interesting. That's really interesting.
I mean, I think it was expected to come out it was supposed to come out last year, and it got very hard delayed to this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember recording something like last January and being like, it's coming out, and then all of a sudden I got the news.
I've forgotten, like, I don't know how many times it's been delayed, but to me it's like just like years. So I don't know, but that's the whole background behind the Black and White remake, like, belief in my heart, because there's still a possible like thing where they push it back to after Gen 10 too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It could still be that same game, but they push it back still because they're like, well, when can we fit this thing in? I don't know. But the thing is, they don't want a game to sit there that it's already done.
Yeah.
You know, and it'll get what's the right word? You know, it's old. It's old. So you don't want to put out something old that like years later, if that makes sense. Like the technological advances will be greater by the time 2028 rolls around. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Hey, we got a new member on Patreon. This is at the mythical tier, Ball Guy Leaks. Shout out to you,
Ball Guy Leaks,
friend of the show.
Ball Guy Leaks,
my guy,
content creator. How you doing? Good to see you. If you're watching right now, thank you so much for the support on Patreon. Yeah, if you guys want to support, if you guys want to get access to all of our gameplay VODs, as well as all of our Secret Power episodes, we got hidden episodes, exclusive episodes with Loxton, Birdkeeper Toby, A-Drive, literally anyone that we've worked with before. We have a whole extra hour episode with them over on Patreon and YouTube, as a YouTube channel member. But also we've got a bunch of gameplay VODs of us we're playing Leaf Green right now. We also got Pokemon Emerald. I'm going to be playing Platinum soon. That'll be fun. A lot of Scarlet and Violet VODs. Pokemon Snap as well. So you get so much by joining the community. So just a little plug there. You also get access to the Discord. Anyways, little plug there. So do you guys? I do want to move on. Do you guys have any? So did we all say our big predictions? Reversal says did. Gen 10. You say Gen 10 announcement. I'm predicting an X and Y.
Like a tease, really. I wouldn't even call it an announcement.
I'm predicting an X and Y.
I'm still saying black and white remakes,
and then
even though
black and white remakes.
They won't say anything. But
no, that's fun.
I think Soul's got the safest bet of all of us, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's not that safe.
Although black and white remakes have the worst track record. Every time we predicted it, it's been wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god! But it has to happen. Like if we keep predicting it, eventually, even if it's 2031, eventually we'll get it. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
And then what we can do is we can go, guys. We said this in 2023. Go back and watch the pod. But I do want to, before we move on, I kind of wanted to reference the leak that Soul mentioned in regards to the Switch 2. It was a leak that very accurately predicted the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. They literally said, the theme of the DLC is Hidden Treasure of Area Hexagon. They talked about how there'll be dressable clothes as a reward for DLC purchasers. That happened. They leaked Paradox, Suicune, and Virizion. That happened. Their typings happened. A mystery Pokemon with a green mask. All of this happened. And they say, we are working on a graphics enhancement patch, for the new Nintendo Switch models that will be released alongside DLC 2. They then also later said, as far as I know, I think this is them. It's a person claiming to be them in the comments, and they're saying, here's proof that I'm that same person. Yeah. But, could be wrong. But they said, as far as I know, DLC 2 is scheduled to release in early 2024. It obviously released late 2023 instead. But again, maybe that was to coincide with this patch update. But anyways,
that's interesting.
It is interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep.
All right, let's what's up? I'm just seeing some of the people in the chat right now. Gendy's here, Rescue Squad. Good morning.
How many people are in here?
We got over 250 people watching right now.
Whoa!
I know the pressure's on, guys.
For that number.
Pressure's on. Don't stutter.
Don't tell anybody about all these things I've been saying.
Yeah.
Keep it on the down low. Keep it on the down low.
But
ninjas are gonna get Soul.
Yeah.
Let's go over.
Realize we had tons of people.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, but when this is
Maury's
going up as a VOD, what are you gonna do?
Oh no, Maury.
Let's head over to our Twitter page right now, our X page. It is today is actually the anniversary for Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's the 3 years anniversary. Yeah. Oh no, I guess it was it yesterday?
No, it's today.
It is today.
Honestly, this should be just like a celebration stream of Legends Arceus.
This game is so good, man. This game is so good.
I was so tempted. Joe Merrick tweeted happy birthday to the best Pokemon game or something like that. One of the best Pokemon games. Yeah. I was tempted to just be like, Meh.
Can we...
Just like literally reply, meh.
Dude.
No, dude, you're so wrong.
I wanted to have it deserves some
The rage bait.
Yeah.
It just gets me sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, I love the game, but I hate, a lot of times, hate is too strong a word, but I don't like when people just like gush over something that just wasn't top tier.
It literally is top tier, though. What do you mean?
It's just like the gushing of just like, oh, it's the best, it changed my life. I'm like,
these are my screenshots, by the way. Like, how sick is this, Soul?
that is a great one.
Man.
One of my favorites, actually.
Back
in the day when
I saw Licky in your Legends Arceus playthrough.
No, this one is from. This is one of the first screenshots that I found. It was like a Japanese account from like literally like when the day it came out. I was looking for like a thumbnail to use, and I found this, and then I just I kept it. I think it's so beautiful.
Licky?
No, I just kept it.
If you're in the comments and you use Licky and your Legends Arceus playthrough, shout out to you.
Yeah.
You've made choices.
What is one of your favorite memories from Legends Arceus?
Dude, how much time do you have?
Oh no, I know what yours is. Lumi's is finding a shiny alpha Ursaring.
That actually is not even my own. That whole game was just an experience, man. I knew I wanted, like, from the second, because first off, I just want to say Legends Arceus has probably the most fun leak cycle, in my opinion. Definitely the most fun.
That was my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, the riddle collage was much fun.
That was the best part.
I like made a like little cheeky post at Ku like shortly after Legends EA and was like, really hope Ku does another riddle collage for Legends EA, but we'll see if he does that. I doubt he will, but anywho, especially because now it would be solved so much quicker. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Ku, whether you love him or hate him, Ku brought together the leaks community. I think.
Yeah, like in that moment,
at that time, you know,
was it him? That was him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was him. And at the time, like, a lot of those leaks are like play off of Japanese and I think maybe even some Chinese like words and riddles and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, at the time we're not united, so it's a bunch of, you know, people who don't speak those languages trying to go, okay, there's a moth and a moon, so a Venomoth, you know what I mean? But then like as we start getting native speakers or people who are just fluent in it, they're like, you know, oh, well, no, this means Gekugo, which means it's Greninja, which means it's Water Dark. So it's probably saying Samurott is Water Dark now. Things like that. So that was a really cool moment. But the second I saw that, like, oh, there's going to be an Ursaring evolution, I was like, okay, well, that's, you know, 9,000% on my team. And, man, I'm telling you, I was, like, just planning to catch a Teddy Ursa and raise it. But I'm like walking around in the Crimson Mirelands and I see this alpha Ursaring. You start getting that music, you know, when the alpha's nearby. I was like, he will be mine. And it took a while, but I got him. And that was my Ursaring. And just like, I don't know, it did such a good job at just making me fall in love with the Pokemon on my team.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think for me, it's what?
I can't say anything negative on its birthday.
Dude, just hold it, Soul. We'll talk about it next week.
I
want to hear it next week. Just send me. Send me a text.
I just say one thing, just one little tiny thing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Okay.
I just hold your thought just one second, just 'cause this is about what Lumi just said. I love this game. I wish that I could have felt that way about my team. But one of the things about this game that kind of bugged me about the teams is that you are like constantly rotating you never like stick with the team the whole time because you're.
But that's you.
Them.
No, but you don't. Really.
I stayed with my team.
I stayed with my team.
This is literally my team. This was my team.
I don't know. Anyway,
yeah.
Continue, I guess. But for me, it was not like that, bro.
Dude, it's fierce in that game.
That you used the Parasect, actually.
So for me, I think what I'm realizing is like, okay, everyone has the experience, right? You have your team. You open up. You press Pokemon in the menu, right? In any other Pokemon game, and then you can see your 6 Pokemon lined up, right? You can see their little icon, their health, right? Maybe like where maybe their status, right? And I feel like this right here, this image that we're showing, where you could send out all your Pokemon at once, right? This was for me one of my favorite things about this game. The fact that I could send out all my Pokemon, they're all moving, they'd all be in different positions. One of them would be napping, and I could take a snapshot. I could pose with them. And now,
amazing.
And it was so amazing, I think, because what I have now are these I actually have these because, okay, I have an image here of all of these Pokemon, but I have another image where I have the Typhlosion, and I have the Ursaluna, and I have the Rapidash, and I have the Scizor, and they're all grown up, right? And then I have another one where I added like a Toxicroak. It was a shiny Toxicroak that I found, right? I added that to the team, right? And I was able to capture all these moments with my team, right? With the memories that I made. I don't know. I find too often some Pokemon games, maybe for the reasons that Soul's saying, is that you don't always feel like you're using the Pokemon on your team. I think in the earlier games you had to use them to level them up. There was no other option. And in a lot of recent games, they just kind of all level up, and you don't really need to use them. They just end up I'm playing Platinum with a Shelgon right now, and it just has the EXP share because it sucks. But I want the Salamence. But I'm I'm starting to realize I haven't used you in battle. There's no memories that I've made with you. I don't know. Long story short, I think screenshots like this, being able to interact with your Pokemon like this in Legends Arceus is one of a kind. And for me, what it does is it really makes me feel, it's an access point for me to really feel like I'm in the world, and that these Pokemon are one of a kind, right? Because then you also have, right, the Pokemon can be shiny, but they can also be different size variations, right? And they all have different personalities, and they interact with each other, and they interact with wherever you are uniquely in the world, right? Someone could have the same screenshot, but they're going to have a different set of clothing on their character. They could be somewhere else in this biome, right? So I just feel like me taking this snapshot is every snapshot that I take is entirely unique to me. It's like taking a photo, like a family picture or something, right? Or any photo, a selfie you take on your phone. It's one of a kind. You can never recreate that moment. And I feel like that's what this game does really well, that I enjoy personally.
Yeah, it's way better than Scarlet and Violet in that sense.
I think it's better than all of them in that regard. Even Pokemon Camp. I really liked
Pokemon Camp though.
I did too.
Say Sword and Shield was good.
It looks nice, but what's up, Northander, Jordan?
I didn't like that. It's like a point of view thing, and I can't run around with the Pokemon.
Yeah.
And that is kind of I was sitting there thinking, looking at the screenshot, I was thinking that's one place I would want them to improve on this. I love that you could send out all on at once.
Yeah.
Obviously them sitting still, even though they kind of move, make a movement or go to sleep or whatever, even though that's cool, I do hope that gets something that's improved on in Legends EA, or at least in Gen 10, where the Pokemon, I can send out all my Pokemon
would follow
at once,
you a little bit.
They'll kind of run around, it's not just
oh, I didn't.
Right there,
see when they run around and no, I get what you're saying. But for me, when they run around, it's it's hard to wrangle them. But I guess they could.
That is true. They could improve that.
Yeah,
there should be a photo feature.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I click
just
a button,
don't move,
and it makes them take a family photo.
Yeah, they tried to do that with Scarlet and Violet, but it was just not.
It doesn't work because they run around.
Dude, that would be so cool. Imagine being able to okay, so you see how on this screen, I'm thinking of how the UI would be. You see how on this screen you have both your Kleavor and your Scizor out, but if you look in the bottom right, you can see that you're on Kleavor. You're selected on Kleavor.
Yeah.
So what would be cool is while it's on Kleavor, Kleavor's the one selected, I can click certain buttons to give Kleavor commands. So it's do an attacking motion, sit, stay still. So Scizor's still running around, and then I can switch over and Scizor, you stay.
It's sit, stay.
Right.
Yeah. Roll over, play dead.
Just do basic dog.
Is that not peak though?
That's cool.
That's everything I want.
No, basic dog interactions. Really cool. Okay, it's not that hard. Sit. Paw.
Well, they're our pets,
Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Anyways, I love this game, and I think, we get so hyped up about the lore and the mysteries of the Kalos region when we're thinking about Legends ZA, but I think for me it's these little moments, right? We've had this experience in Legends Arceus out in the wilderness, 100 years ago, right? But I am looking forward to. I mean, it could be in the past, but if it's in the future, that's also cool. But it's going to be an urban environment. Where I am looking forward to playing Legends ZA and having little moments like this with my team, right? And crafting them specific to that region,
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun. This is the stuff that people aren't talking about.
Yeah, let's hope that they keep this just how it is.
Yeah.
Except maybe improve, but not
Yeah.
in a bad improvement. Because sometimes they change.
Well, that's not an improvement. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes they take 2 steps forward in one place, but then they like take 2 steps back in another. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so you're not really improving. You're just kind of standing still, but differently.
Yeah. Guys, we have 300 people watching right now. Hit the like button if you have not already. Hi. We're so glad that you're here. Yeah, we're so many familiar faces. Hope everyone's having a great day.
I guess I have to say something good about this game too.
Oh yeah. I was gonna move on, but yeah,
you do need to say something good about it, you jerk.
I'm just being sassy or whatever the word you want to say, just because I'm being that way.
He's in his era. Isn't that what you could say?
I don't know what that means, but but I do love these games. I think my favorite part is just like the sound design. Almost.
Oh,
like
yes.
The music
yeah.
And the sounds. Oh. They get you. I made a post this morning about it. It's just like you feel like you're in an old Japanese region, and that setting is like one of my like heart settings. You know what I mean? Like if I was just there, just in the wilderness, like hearing all these little Pokemon running around and the rustling of the tree leaves and stuff like that, like it was really
feels,
good.
Man.
Yeah,
because that's what hits you. That's what really strikes you about it.
I think it's another step towards immersion for this fantasy adventure, right? It really absolutely. It's like to fully enjoy the game, you need to use all of your senses, not just your sight and your hands, right? But also your ears. You know, you need to like have your full. It's not TikTok. You're not scrolling and watching a show and whatever. Like you're locked into the game and you can hear the music, right? And you feel like you're in the region on the adventure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 3 things. First off, you know, I might be accidentally diagnosing myself as like ADD here, but Dusty, I love the Snorlax behind you, and Soul, I love.
Oh yeah, dude, I forgot it was there. I forgot it was there.
But my third thing is that we're all wrong. That isn't our favorite things about this game.
What?
Be honest. The coolest moment about that game was in that trailer when it pans down and you see that these 3 are the starters.
Yeah, that was cool. But that's something like,
what?
No, that was a mind-blowing moment.
I don't know if that's my favorite part of it.
Oh, dude,
it was very cool.
To me, that was...
Because that's not the game.
It probably isn't my favorite
That's not the
part,
game.
It was... Well, it is. A part of the game is the reveal. To me,
the reveal
and the hype cycle is a giant part of the game. Like,
I mean, that's part of the experience, but it's not the game, right?
Yeah, it
like,
is.
I'm not going
to
experience that again.
It objectively is not, but like for me, it is how I will remember a generation. Like,
that's nice.
I'm so fond of Gen 8 because the reveals and the trailers were so cool.
Yeah.
But like that's a big part of it, at least for me.
I get that.
But I do think it was the moment that was like that more than anything else in their initial trailers made me go, okay, they've made something like special here.
Yeah.
Just because that was such a break in the mold.
Yeah. No, I get that, man. My channel blew up covering this. I started making when it was leaking, I was covering it. It was fun, and that was my first little bit of YouTube success. That was a lot of fun, man. Covering these things with the all the cool Fakemon designs for like what the starters could have been. It's awesome, dude. Definitely awesome.
I wasn't here.
On YouTube?
Yeah, no, I wasn't on YouTube.
I had just started.
I would even go further. I know you're talking about this. I'm kind of going on a different direction, but
no, we can definitely move on.
No, it's the same thing. I just have another beautiful thing to say about it, and it's kind of related to the starters, which is that to me, these Pokemon were like some of the best ever. Like the group of them, and the culture. This is one of my favorite things about this game. They are so culture rich. Every like form has so much behind it. You guys are talking about that's how you got like big on YouTube or whatever, but this is how I got big on Twitter as well. Covering these things, and just all I had to do was do like Google searches about like certain things, and I'd find that they have tons of lore and stuff behind their behind their.
No, I know what you're saying.
Their concepts, behind their design concepts, and they're so good.
Absolutely.
Gen 8 just did a great job of that. Like Galar did too. It was very like overtly 100%. British. And I think that's something that to me was kind of missing from Scarlet and Violet, and what I'm really hoping returns in Gen 10. And based on like the rumors of where we think Gen 10 is, I feel like, that will be very easy to do,
Yeah.
And really, it would be really cool. Yeah, I'd cry. Exactly.
I will cry. I need it. Need it badly. I mean, we can talk Gen 10 too. We're talking everything at this point.
No, we got more to talk about.
Okay.
Also, this is something that just popped up. This is crazy. And shout out to, let me go to this other post right here. Shout out to Matt. What is it? Matt Yukana.
Yeah.
He was doing the Pokemon Home data mine.
The data mining.
Right. Yeah, let's pull this up. Shout out to Matt
Shout
right
out to
here.
him.
This
He
is all
does
Matt. This is
crazy
all Matt.
work.
It's not from Centro. It's not from us. It's from Matt. Yeah, let's pull up his tweet right here. During tonight's Pokemon Home maintenance, new texts were pushed, revealing 2 new distributions for completing the Sinnoh and Hisui Pokedexes. This is so great. Sinnoh, Manaphy, Hisui, and Namoris. The texts do not indicate whether or not these will be shiny, but we will see once maintenance ends. And
they
what is it?
They are shiny.
Yeah, exactly. So what's really cool is, so I just did I spent the whole entire holiday season capturing every single Pokemon in the Blueberry Academy, in the Kitakami, in mainland Paldea, transferring them into home. Our Discord community was super helpful in that. And I was able to get a shiny Meloetta, and that was so much fun because it's the only way to get it. And now there's 2 more events for BDSP and Legends Arceus. I'm so stoked to go back into Legends Arceus with like a purpose, and to transfer all of those Pokemon into the mainline games. I'm excited. I am also a little bit excited to play BDSP, just a little bit, because again, there's gonna be a purpose there.
Hey, there you go.
Good for you.
I want to play it again. I haven't played it in so long, right? So yeah. I think it's cool, and I think what the bigger implication, and no one's even done a tweet about it yet, so I'm gonna do this at some point. But like the bigger implication is, I think we can expect one of these for Sword and Shield. I think we can expect one of these for Let's Go. I think we can expect one of these for. Are there any other games?
No.
Legends ZA.
Yeah, when that comes
right?
out, yeah.
I think this will now be a new thing that happens, which is cool because it kind of gives me an extra incentive. I've already captured all the Pokemon, but because they're doing this, like it's kind of nice to have the fetch quest, to give me a reason to keep playing in the world. I do think shiny hunting gets a little boring, because it's just, to me, I'm like, I don't need a shiny of every Pokemon. That's also not the type of content that I do. But this is cool because it's like, okay, if I just collect them all, I will get it is a shiny, but it's like a exclusive shiny, you know?
Yeah, and you cannot get a Namoris shiny. This is the only way you're getting that shiny.
Yeah.
Meloetta too, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
And Manaphy that's the case for it now, but it used to not be the case.
Yeah.
Like there have been Manaphy events before it.
I will rejoice when they finally do this for Victini. and Spectrier. Those are the 2 I've been waiting for. These 2, they're like kind of lackluster shinies.
Maybe Victini for the Unova remakes then. I mean, because it's not going to be Meloetta.
Shiny Victini has just been imprisoned forever.
Yeah.
It's never been released.
No, you can't.
That's wild too, because they clearly I feel like they put thought into that shiny. You know what I mean?
It was actually we learned from the Terra Leak. It was the original Victini, and it makes so much sense because it's so much better. It's so much better to me. I love Shiny Victini.
Shiny Victini was the original color palette.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
My guess would be Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. They'll do a shiny Mew, and then for what's the other game? Sword and Shield. My bold prediction would be a shiny Zarude. Well, I don't know how bold that is, but I feel like it's kind of.
Oh,
bold.
That's an awful one too. That's such a bad one. I love Zarude.
Sense, right? It's the only mythical. And I feel like they won't want to do, like, honestly, Cubfu, that'd be kind of a depressing one, too. Because there's not much of a difference with the shiny Urshifus. And then with
that would be kind of cool. But maybe...
I don't know how it'd work with Calyrex. How does it work? How do shiny fusion Pokemon work? I've never thought about that.
No, I know. I have the shiny... So what it is like... So, for example...
whatever the main Pokemon.
Kyurem is, if that's shiny and you fuse it with a non-shiny, it'll be shiny. If you fuse it with a shiny, it'll still be shiny. The main Pokemon, Necrozma, Kyurem, Calyrex has to be the shiny one.
See, but it's strange with Calyrex because like
because it
with
doesn't
Calyrex,
really fuse.
It's not really a fusion. It's more like it's literally a Pokemon riding another Pokemon.
Yeah.
So like,
it is though.
It doesn't take a new.
It is.
I know it is. Like functionally, But like, that's what I'm saying is it would be a little weird if my Calyrex is shiny, my Glastriers, I fuse them, and now I have a shiny Calyrex riding a shiny Glastrier. You know, that would be a little weird because it's like
I don't think Calyrex is available shiny either.
It's not. I was saying like if it became the Sword and Shield one.
I would
okay.
Hold on. These are, I mean, not all of them. Enamorus is a legendary Pokemon, right? So it kind of opens the gate for like, maybe a legendary Pokemon getting a like a new shiny, like an unlocked shiny form. But I would assume that most of these are going to be mythical because the mythicals are usually the ones that are shiny locked. I think let's think about this.
But the DLC ones are too, which is why I think like Calyrex, Cubfu, Glastrier, Spectrier, or even the Regis could be options.
No, that is true.
Which we've never had the. Did we ever have the shiny Reggie? Oh, could you shiny hunt them? You can shiny hunt them.
You can get them. You can get them.
So that'd be a little different.
Yeah,
but you can't get the Treasures of Ruin.
But what I'm thinking is like these.
Those are the ones.
I guess this isn't totally true. I was gonna say you can't get Manaphy and Enamorus in Legends ZA, but you can. Or I'm sorry, in those respective games, but you can.
Not shiny, if that's what you're asking.
Not shiny, but what I'm thinking is, they would likely give us a mythical Pokemon that isn't already accessible in the base game or the DLC because they still want to sell those games on, into the future. But it is true if it's shiny locked, it's still one of a kind of a Pokemon. So they really could give us anything.
Cerebi has like a shiny locked list if that's easier.
Honestly, Scarlet and Violet should have been Terapagos.
Oh, I love Terapagos' shiny. I think it's better than the original.
Well, and like in Meloetta, like I get that you get a Meloetta in the DLC, but if anything, that kind of discourages me from, thinking that that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It should just be shiny locked, Dusty.
That's what I'm looking at. Keldeo.
And I don't think these are these? Oh, it's all because it's all red. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, Keldeo could be something maybe for the Gen 5 remakes. Assuming that those are real. But if we're thinking about Sword and Shield, dude, if we're thinking about Sword and Shield, man, Shiny Magearna, what is this?
Don't people have that? I've seen. Maybe it's just Gen.
No, they have the Pokeball form.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude, Marshadow. Dude, they gotta get. No, you can already get Shiny Melmetal. Dude, Shiny Zero Aura would be crazy.
Shiny G-Max Melmetal.
Oh no, you can get that already. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have the shiny.
Soup doesn't work on that.
We have the shiny Box Legends and then Eternatus.
Which is awesome. They should do more of that.
Dude, I think you're right about Cubfu or Zarude, shiny Zarude.
That's what I said. I think
the horses though. Look at Spectrier. It's red.
See, but how do you pick?
I know. How do you pick?
They're not going to do Spectrier and not Glacier. They're not.
They do both.
So I feel like it has to be Calyrex, Cubfu, or Zarude.
That's true. And then what about? We're talking about
Gen 9's like we need all of them.
Gen 9 we have Meloetta. We know what it says.
That's
what I'm saying. It's such a waste.
They should have given us one. But they should have given us a different one for each of the like the different locations. I mean, I already did it.
Shiny to you.
But I'm dude, damn.
See, and if they did that, then Sword and Shield you could do for Mainland Gallery. You could do for Isle of Armor Cubfu and then Crown Tundra Calyrex.
Yeah, but they probably won't do that though.
No, they definitely won't. They didn't do it with Scarlet and Violet.
Sheesh, dude. But then for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, what would that be?
I think they'll just do Mew. I mean, there's not really anything.
Shiny Mew, even though it is accessible. That makes sense. Damn, dude. What if it's? You're right. All the Kanto Pokemon are already, dude. Shiny Mewtwo.
Well, and it doesn't have to be one that's never been available. Like I said, Manaphy has been available.
Yeah.
Because Sinnoh's in the same boat. I'm pretty sure where all of their shinies have been like already given out that way.
All right. Well,
it would have. I like that they did Enamorus because it makes sense. Like because it's not accessible shiny.
Yeah.
But I feel like just logistically, it would have made more sense to do shiny Arceus.
Yeah, I think so. The reason why I thought this was interesting, not only is it cool that we can get these, this will give me something else to do. I like that. But yeah, I'm kind of worried now that they're just gonna slow roll these throughout 2025. And then like we talked about like, well, what are we going to do in Scarlet and Violet for the next year? I think this is it, right? Even though it's not Scarlet and Violet, it is home. That's actually true. It has actually nothing to do with Scarlet and Violet, huh?
Yeah.
No.
It has to do with whatever the game
is. In, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Joshua Roberts. Welcome to the community. Thank you for supporting and becoming a legendary tier channel member, man. Make sure you check out all of the bonus content that you have access to now. You can join the Discord. We're going to be doing a live show in a couple weeks where you can call in on the Discord and be on the podcast if you want. Yeah, dude. Let's see some stars in the chat for Joshua.
Let's go.
Yeah. Anyways, I thought this was cool. I think this is a pretty. I'd like to see this, and they just launched 2 of them, and I'm like, that's great. This is gonna give me something to do for a while.
It is very cool for the prospect of it. You know, like what could it become?
Yeah, and we always complain about Pokemon Home,
and
like
people,
not having enough to do.
Yeah, and people really want to like finish their shiny dexes kind of thing. You know, like collect Enamours. Because like even though I don't really love the shinies, it's like those things were unavailable, or at least Enamours was unavailable.
Do you think this happened because of Pokemon Works?
It's possible. I mean,
what would it have to do with Pokemon Works?
Look, all I'm saying is because Pokemon Home's made by Pokemon Works is a collaboration between Ilka and Game Freak.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Home has sucked, and then all of a sudden we get the announcement that Pokemon Works is now a thing. A few months later, oh hey, we're doing Shiny Meloetta. We're actually doing something with Home, and now we're doing more of them. Just a weird coincidence.
Yeah.
There's my conspiracy theory for the day. Pokemon Home is only getting better because Ilka has a friend.
Yeah.
Has merged.
Hey, we just got another. What is this? Oh, Red's been a member for 3 months. Thank you, Red.
An Arceus tier member at that.
Oh, is that? I can't even see it. No, it says legendary.
Oh, what?
Maybe on Patreon.
It is legendary.
Is he
legendary?
Yeah, Patreon. He's Arceus tier.
Oh my god, dude! What the heck?
Ooh.
Dude, Red. Regardless, Red has been in the community forever. Thank you so much for all your support. Anyways, at least leave it to the Pokemon fans to be like, well, technically, it's not this. Amped for a new games. How do I tell my wife I need the Switch too? I thought about adding a new legendary beast or adding a Lugia Ho-Oh trio. Thoughts on them adding like a new trio for what? Like for Legends
I would
ZA?
love that. Yeah, I think that's what he means.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
I
don't think it's out. I don't think it's out of the question.
No, because Kalos has like no legendaries.
Yeah.
It's like it is a possibility.
No, that is actually so cool. I mean, I think just the fact that they're already playing around with like new regional forms for some of the existing Pokemon, right? Like the birds. We got a bunch of new Pokemon through Regidrago and Regieleki. Again, part of previous forms. And then Enamours, kind of the same thing. But these are like brand new Pokemon. I could totally see them being like, yeah, like you're saying, here's 3 new beasts, and they all just kind of look like the Johto beasts. How insane would that be? That's awesome, man.
Well, you're talking about like convergent ones?
No, just not even regional, but just an addition, like Enamours.
Like they did Enamours added,
and the Regis.
Regieleki,
okay. I was understanding something else. That's even more possible.
And how far do you want to go with the speculation and making it all make sense? Like, would it be like a dark, a psychic, and a grass type legendary beast to match with Espeon, Umbreon, and Leafeon? Maybe. Let's not push the luck. It could just be completely different types, but I'd be into that. Also, we got a good friend in the chat right now, Birdkeeper Toby. Hope you're having a good day, man. Glad to see you over here in the chat. Love to see that. And where is this? Johan has been a member for 1 month. Hyped for Pokemon Day. Thank you, Johan. Appreciate it.
As are we. Thank you.
So excited. And we'll be here. Make sure you guys listen.
We will be here.
Yeah, let's get the message out now. We are doing 2 live streams on Pokemon Day. We're going to be doing a pre-show that goes into a reaction, that goes into a first impressions. That's going to be a long show. Then we're going to take a break for lunch and make probably a little bit more content for our various channels. And then we're going to hop back on to a live stream. And that I can only imagine that's going to be long based on how much information we get.
we gotta digest
even imagine.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be fun because like the idea is like we're gonna go on, we're gonna react, we're gonna talk about how cool everything we just saw was, all that. But then on our little break, I'm sure Mr. Art here will be tweeting away. I'll be making a video and all. And so we're kind of digesting it. And so then we come back on and we realize, and you all realize that like, oh, what about this? I saw this. I mean, hey, there's like a new Pokemon hidden behind this trash can. All that,
Oh, I am not mentally prepared for any of that.
Yeah.
I know, me neither. But get prepared, buddy. It's less than a month away.
I don't think I can prepare for it. It's just
you can. It's just gonna hit. It's just gonna hit.
It's so much all at once.
We're gonna have to cover the fact that they're announcing Gen 10. Imagine that we think, oh, we're gonna have to cover the Legends ZA trailer, but instead we have to get on there and talk about how Gen 10 starters are out. That will not happen. But imagine.
And I'm kind of thinking, going back to what Red's comment was. Yeah, how do you get your wife on board? Get her playing Pokemon TCG Pocket, and then express to her that there's a brand new way to play with those Pokemon that she loves, and then group buy or whatever your financial agreement is.
Man,
with
Dusty's
your wife.
coming in clutch.
If that doesn't work.
Strategy.
Just butter her up, take her out to a nice dinner, buy her a little day at the spa, whatever it might be.
Yeah,
and then just baby, I really want to switch to.
Yeah, be like, hey, listen, all that money I spent on you? I need to spend some money on me now.
Don't use that approach.
Say that.
Do not use that approach.
He's gonna be broke by the end of it.
I just spent all this money on you. My turn.
Yeah. Kyle's been a member for 4 months. Hope you're doing well, Kyle. Do you guys think they'll ever give us 2 games in such a short span again, like they did with BDSP and Legends Arceus? We did talk about that.
I do.
Quite a bit at the beginning of the stream. I think it's possible. I don't think I'm expecting it. I'm not expecting it for this year, but because of all the shenanigans with the Switch 2 and all these stupid rumors that are just agonizing me, right? I'm open to it. Like I'd welcome it. I would welcome it, absolutely.
Here's the thing: is I see what Lumi brought up back when we first started talking about it. That if there is a Black White remake for Switch 2, it could be like January of 2026. Like it could be like a celebratory opening of the 30th anniversary, so
makes sense too. Like it's got you, hey, you're hyped, you're watching these trailers for our 30th anniversary project, but we also just put a brand new game in your hand. So you're watching Pokemon, getting hyped about Pokemon, but you're also you're playing Pokemon.
No, absolutely, man.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Let's see right here. Toby, you want to come on the show?
Toby, he said, I'm in debt right now.
Hop in, man.
Let's see right here. Fairy Fantasia says, or she's been a member for 8 months. I'm coping by telling myself they'll release something in June and July. Spin-off, remake, port, or ZA? Thoughts?
Wait. Release something, a spin-off, remake, port. I think ZA could come out June.
Yeah, I think it's ZA. Yeah. If you're saying June or July, I mean, we had the you can maybe find this on my Twitter as well, Dusty, in my highlights. But we had the TCG, set. How does it work, Lumi? You know how it works.
It's an expansion. It's
TCG Pocket. What you talking about?
Pocket? Space Time Smackdown? Is that what? Oh no, you're talking about. Okay, yeah, it's a new TCG set. It's called White Flare and Black Bull.
Oh no, dude! Listen,
that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what you.
I've
you're
seen
talking
too
about
many.
Mega Brave and Mega Symphony.
No. I have.
Bro, you need to go look at it.
Bro, listen, dude. I've seen it too many times. The TCG has never predicted whatever they're doing with the Pokemon games.
You need to go look at it because you are misinformed.
Look at what? Mega. What? Mega? What is it called? Symphony?
No. Go to his page. Go to SoulSilverArt.
I'm on his page.
.twitter.net.
I'm on
it. Highlights.
Okay.
Up at the top.
Highlights. Now scroll and look at this beautiful man's beautiful posts.
There's a lot actually. Hold on. It's
I love
that one.
Oh, by the way, this image, I made this.
I've been using it so much and not giving you credit.
No. This image,
classic SoulSilverArt.
This Earth is from Toby.
Oh,
yeah.
So I need to credit Toby now too.
I don't need the credit. This is just a Pikachu and an Earth. But yeah. Anyways,
shout out to Toby for carrying Pokemon theories even after he's gone.
Oh, this one.
This one. Yes. We usually discover trademarks about 6 to 8 months before the set's release. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
So we could see these as early as July. However, trademarks are sometimes revealed out of order, pushing their release dates later into that range. These set names seem to be referring to Mega Evolution and thus Legends ZA. TCG sets usually advertise a new game within 2 months of release. This could put ZA's release sometime between May and July. Okay, I thought you were suggesting that
legit.
Okay, yeah. That is fine. That makes sense. That's fine. I was thinking you were saying you were using TCG to predict the Black and White remakes.
No, we were saying Mega Symphony because this set is called Mega Symphony and Mega Brave. And that's the thing is like TCG doesn't have Mega Evolutions in it. So them reintroducing Mega Evolutions is very clearly, a nod to that. You also have to remember Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl came out, and a little bit after that they released I want to say it was called Brilliant Stars. And then Arceus came out, Legends Arceus came out, and a little after that they released, I want to say it was Lost Origin, but it was themed around like they do TCG sets to promote the games. And look, all I'm saying is, this is suspicious. It's releasing like 2 months. They usually release 2 months after, and so they're saying, given where it looks like this set is coming out, that would mean that ZA will come out sometime between May and July. Yeah, that's solid math. That's kind of what we were thinking. It's
happened
too.
So many times as well. Like this is a proven thing. So the only caveat is if this like set doesn't come out when they say it comes out, like in November or something.
If it just leaked earlier.
Yeah.
Because they are thinking, trademarks usually come out 6 to 8 months before the release. So they're thinking, since we got it now, this trademark is for a set coming out July or August, which would mean that ZA comes out around 2 months before that.
Sure.
But maybe we got this one extra early, and this actually comes out in November or something.
Sure. We got a gifted membership by Lycan Tempest. Hope you're having a great day. Gifted one Hidden Power podcast membership. And it looks like Ji-Yoon or Ji-Yoon Huli Jing got the membership. So honestly, the gifted memberships are my absolutely favorite thing. Every time I stream and people just start bombing each other with like gifted memberships, it makes me so happy. It really does. So thank you, Lycan. Thank you so much, Lycan. We see you all the time. That's awesome. I don't know.
They said they already took off Pokemon Day as well.
Oh, that's great. Yes, that's so good.
I'm sure Mr. Art has as well.
We're actually,
yes, indeed.
We're not recording that Tuesday, so we can record 7 things that
7?
week.
Dusty, I think you mean 17.
Yes, 17. There it is. I'm not counting everything else that we will be doing separately. What's up, Seeds? Just joined the chat. DWG is here as well. Dude, that's cool. I could see it.
He doesn't want to get hopes too high, but that is the single thing that I'm holding on to with all of my heart and soul to make sure that this game comes out before freaking November.
Yeah. So what was this post about? You clipped out something that we had said. So we've been reviewing a lot of rumors over on the Clips channel. On
so much fun.
Hidden Power Plus. We've been uploading a lot of rumors. A lot of people have been seeing it. It's been fun to do that. Feels kind of like a return to our roots, covering rumors, like the 4chan rumors. But Soul, what, I think if I play it, you guys won't be able to hear it, but the audience could hear it.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, let me play
tell
it.
Us talk or not.
Which would be a huge add. Hold on. Team and focus on different aspects of Lumiose. Catching Pokemon, battling Pokemon, and evolving Pokemon. Okay, that's actually really cool right there. The fact that they emphasized evolving Pokemon. My first thought, so the Pokemon evolution. That's right. Okay. Do you think we'll have to register every Mega Pokemon into our decks in Legends ZA? That's what Soul's asking. Will that be like the primary objective of this game? How would that even work? Here's 3 different options I thought of. You'd register the Megas by either seeing and defeating them in battle, trainer and boss battles. You could use each Mega once in battle. And then there could be a new version of the Mega Evolution mechanic that allows your Pokemon to stay in their Mega form. This would allow you to catch and register the Pokemon in their Mega Evolved state, just like any other Pokemon form. Wow. You know what? That actually isn't that crazy because we've seen you can capture terrestrialized Pokemon, you can capture Dynamax Pokemon in that enhanced form, and then once you capture them, they kind of revert to their immediate form, right? So to see Megas in like an alpha state, to battle and capture them, and then when you get them, they're just like chill. They're right.
Yeah.
That
if
makes total sense.
If I may propose a little mini theory here, I personally believe that most.
Oh, this
Not
is gonna be
most,
big. This is gonna be big.
But some of the, with the exception of Dynamax, and I could see the argument for Dynamax too. I think that Terrastal specifically, at least though, somehow deals with Infinity Energy. Just because there's a lot of similarities to like the Terrastal stones, if you will, that you see in Area 0 to like the ultimate weapon. So I say that to say, one thing that happens in Scarlet and Violet is every time you are terrestrializing your Pokemon, you actually have to go heal at the Pokemon Center to recharge your Terra Orb. However, in the DLC, you go to the very bottom of Area 0, exposure to Terrapagos, basically overloads your Terra Orb, and you now don't have to heal. You now have unlimited. So maybe that's even something they work into the plot is if you're exposed to Zygarde or this A legendary or just something that radiates Infinity Energy, imagine that they just go, this has changed the way Mega Evolution functions. Maybe it's even, if this is a game set in, the future, maybe it's even the aftermath of the ultimate weapon firing in X and Y. And it's okay, now you have Pokemon, Mega Evolution's different now. It functions different now because of this exposure. And now Mega Evolution Pokemon, they don't have to be locked to battle only. These Pokemon are able to attain their form longer. I could totally see them doing that.
Yeah. I was just speculating a lot about this again, because we had speculated about this last year at some point. And we've been running with this theory the whole time. But I've been just thinking about it again a lot, and just thinking about, even because Lumi said something in this video that you were showing here about how the gym leaders could be working in Lumio City. But I was just thinking about the Pokemon themselves, actual Mega Pokemon, because in Legends Arceus, you use your Pokemon to get ores and stuff like that, right? Yeah. I'm just thinking about what practical ways that Pokemon can be used in the world of Lumio City. You know what I'm saying? So even as Megas, I mean, we've said as ride Pokemon, but I'm thinking about even further than that. Just you can have them out walking with you, as following Pokemon, but they're Megas,
Sure.
Stuff like that. I don't know.
No, totally.
In battle
that would be
too,
so
but
insane, man. Are we still just a quick little recap? Are we still of the belief that Mega Evolution will carry over into Gen 10?
I think it makes.
I mean, I think, yeah.
I don't know.
It depends. It depends on this, doesn't it?
I want to say yes, but I feel like Mega Evolution could also then be exclusive to, if Mega Evolution is exclusive to Legends ZA, then that's only going to maintain sales for Legends ZA. People are still buying Legends Arceus because it has so many awesome features that are unique to it alone, right? If all the Hisui Pokemon were, I mean, that sucks. I don't want to. That's not what I would prefer, but I could definitely see that.
See, but all the Hisui forms, for one, you can of course transfer them into Scarlet and Violet, and then for two, they actually did make a decent amount of them available in Scarlet and Violet. You can get Hisui and Quillfish, Basilisk, Kleavor, Hisui
that is true.
and Growlithe.
But not until DLC. But true.
Not until DLC, but with Hisui and Growlithe, that DLC is Teal Mask, which means you're able to do it before the Pokemon League. So you could hypothetically use a Hisui and Growlithe in your initial playthrough.
Sure. Well. But I still think that's post game. That's at least 2 years after Legends Arceus.
But my bigger thing is just the thing of, I think we're all in agreement that there's going to be new Mega Evolutions in ZA. I think we all think that. Everyone in here at least. But
there's got to be.
But
absolutely,
if they do that, that is, Mega Evolution is a very competitive like gimmick. Like that is what people think of when they see it. They think, okay, now this Pokemon is better. That's the whole idea of Mega Evolution, basically. So, can they release that and then not even let us like use them in VGC the next year? Like, I think that was such a huge point of Legends, or not Legends, excuse me, Scarlet and Violet, was that it was so exciting when Home came out. Home compatibility, because now we were able to see how these Pokemon play in a traditional battle. It's, I don't know.
Remind me, were those Legends Arceus Pokemon available in Gen 9 right away?
Yes and no. They
were they you could use them competitively in VGC?
Yes and no. They were available in base game Scarlet and Violet, but not until Home compatibility came out.
So how long? I forget. What was that? Like 6 months later?
7 months after. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we could see something like that.
You could. So,
but were they available in VGC?
Like a month later. Yeah. Like it came out in May. Home compatibility came out in May.
Oh, and then they were available. Okay. So people were using them at Worlds.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and in fact, Ursaluna became a and it still is. I was talking with our friend.
You're right. Yeah.
The other day, and he was talking about how Ursaluna is still a prime Pokemon. Hisuian Arcanine is also a very good Pokemon in VGC, and I honestly feel like there's others. Overquill seen a lot of success.
Cool.
Yeah, these were honestly a very competitive batch of Pokemon.
Yeah, man. Then I could see it, and maybe what they do is like only, bro. That'd be insane if they give us like a Matt. Oh my God, imagine we get this game, new Megas specific for Kalos, and then Gen 10 comes out. Gen 10 is the gimmick. Mega is the gimmick for Gen 10. And we get new Mega Evolutions there as well. Imagine that. It's just like
I really think
it's a little 1-2 punch. It's like, that is exciting. Instead of like making another one, just be like, you know what? Mega Evolution's actually a decade old. It's time to revisit Mega, right? And add to that specific thing. I love that, dude. I feel like Pokemon has been introducing new things constantly, and it feels like they are just kind of forgetting about what has come before, And
it would for it too, man, because you see that little blue fella right there on your screen. That guy's amazing.
Lucario. He does look pretty sweet, man. He really does. The Mega Lucario's sick.
I actually did make a tweet about this recently. It's just like we haven't seen the older Megas in like the new modern games like Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any of them since like, well, not any of them, but all of them put together. We haven't seen them since Ultra Sun and Moon. Like, I can't wait to see what they freaking look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that was what, 2017 was when Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon came out?
Yeah. And if you look at like image, like online images of Ultra Sun and Moon, a lot of times they're like kind of pixely and weird looking.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang, we could see these like in a fully...
The textures are different too now, even from Let's Go.
Imagine
they will
Scarlet
look like entirely
texture.
new Pokemon.
Yeah, it's going to be a very refreshing thing to see all of them. Like, people have been freaking out about seeing their favorite old Pokemon like redone, and that's what these are probably going to be like as well, like all redone. It depends how they do it though. Is like, are they going to be like Legends Arceus style models or Scarlet and Violet style models?
Either way, those are pretty similar in the sense that like they're a bit more realistic take. Like, you can kind of see the fluffiness of a Pokemon and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, the fluffiness of Mega Lucario.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and if we look at what Ku's saying, then allegedly it's closer to Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, is that what he's saying? Tell me about that.
He said that Legends CA looks like Scarlet and Violet.
I don't know if I like that.
Art is subjective, though. That's the thing that I kind of like. When he said that honestly kind of meant nothing to me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what is he seen, and art is subjective, and what does he mean by that? Because like, he could just mean the characters kind of look like dolls, or he could mean the buildings kind of look like Scarlet
the
and Violet,
art style.
or, like there's
the art
there's
direction
a lot
could be
of
a little bit
wiggle room
different.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess that sounds so bad because I think Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I think the Pokemon do look good in that. It's really just that the world of Legends Arceus is what I prefer in the art style, but I think the models and the textures of the Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet are nice, So I don't think that's absolutely bad. Yeah, Char says Steelix, or who said it? Johan says Mega Steelix, my beloved, and I'm right there with you. Mega Steelix is going to be epic. But anyways, I did bring this up also because not only is it interesting to talk about the Megas, but also our friend Hoops kind of got into the conversation. He goes, one reason that there weren't a lot of battles in Pokemon Legends Arceus was because there just weren't a lot of people due to the whole setting or the settling of Sinnoh plotline. This time we're literally in a giant city, presumably, full of people, so I suspect that issue would solve itself pretty naturally. Essentially saying that like Pokemon, there will be other Pokemon trainers in the city that will constantly battle you. And that is true. That is something that I kind of forget about, how there are battles, right? And you use your Pokemon against wild Pokemon, you use your Pokemon in the overworld. Like, you use your Pokemon for different reasons, but there really aren't those, like, core battles, right? Battling isn't really the primary objective of the game. But anyways, Soul responds, let's hope. I agree, but it's just the whole Legends Arceus premise primarily being to fill the decks that's concerning. Hoop says, with Mega Evolution being a major draw of the game, I personally feel pretty good about them upping the amount of battles. Totally true. Or at least allowing Megas to exist outside of battle somehow, like you said, but I guess we'll see.
I took it back too. I said I take it back because I almost want them to just keep the catching thing. And this is crazy coming from me because I love battles, right? Yeah. I want more classic Pokemon in Legends Arceus, but if they just keep it more the catching and registering Megas into your Pokedex kind of thing, like that's the focus, like Legends Arceus was, then we have more of a chance of Megas not being like battle focused and like them existing outside of battle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lumi's the one that inspired me to say I take it back, because I was just like, Lumi was pushing back against that whole idea that there could be battle cafes with gym leaders and stuff, because then it's like too much of a gym focused game or battle focused game. And instead, Legends Arceus was not that at all. It was more about filling up the decks,
Yeah, and I mean, Legends games, I say that like there's been multiple, but there's only been one.
Yeah.
But the first Legends game, we always talk about what defines a Legends game, and it's hard to measure that because we've only had the one. We'll get a more clear answer on that in ZA. But I think one thing that I can say with certainty personally is Legends games, what makes it a Legends game is that it breaks the mold. And so I expect this to do that.
Breaks the mold.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
That's what I think. I don't know. And I'm excited for it. That's another thing too, is battling will probably work different in this game,
Man, I feel like Discord keeps cutting you out, Lumi. I don't know if it's just on my end.
I did hear him cut out once at least.
Oh, might be.
No, I don't think it's you. I've just been noticing it all stream. Like, it's all good. I can hear what you're saying.
Not that much.
I think it's been happening a lot.
Anyway,
whoops.
It's not you. I don't think it's you.
Discord doesn't like me.
Yeah, I think it might be Discord. I think we gotta just like upgrade the Discord.
It's like my parents' daggone it.
Yeah, man. So what else has been? I'm just kind of going through your Twitter right now. You've had so many ideas. We've actually had a lot of Soul, if you want to collect maybe one of these posts that you think would be a good idea from, you've been posting so many cool things.
You want me to send them to you instead?
No, just if you know one, just tell me. But I kind of want to bring this up first. We've just had so many rumors online, and there was one that was kind of cool because it showed like what the logos could be, and I'm not thinking it's real. But I think it's cool to look at. Actually, before we get into this, Tennessee Heath just dropped a $4 super chat. There's no message, but there's a fun little emoji. So
just a fun little hippo guy. I think it's a hippo.
Yeah. Thank you, Tennessee Heath, for supporting the stream. Yeah, if you have a question or a comment, or honestly, if you guys want us to talk about something, drop out a super chat or whatever. You're welcome to
give us your predictions for Pokemon Day. What are your bold predictions?
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
For those new, ours were Dusty thinks there'll be XY HD remasters. I think there will be a little tease for Gen 10, and Soul thinks there will be black and white games.
Yeah.
Tease.
I meant to ask Toby earlier.
We black and white games. Excuse me.
We should have asked Toby what his predictions were.
Toby, if you're still in the chat, what are your predictions?
But this rumor popped up. I think it was yesterday. It's pretty big. We don't need to go through the whole thing right now. But main things, story and character details. There was gameplay. It said that the gameplay was similar to Legends Arceus. It said that the starters were Grookey, Totodile, and Tepig. Pretty good group right there. Not gonna lie. And
Totodile's there, so I'm fine.
Yeah, I know, me too. And Grookey's there, and Tepig's there. I'm happy. And then
he's like, I like them all.
And it said Mega Zebstrika, Darmanitan. It honestly is true. It's like a Totodile's there, so I'm happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah. It's a good group. It's a good group.
But Mega Zebstrika, Mega Darmanitan, this is sick, Melmetal, and Mega Beware. New mainline game reveal teaser with like the Gen 10 teaser would be kind of cool. Toby's saying that he thinks we're gonna get some ZA stuff, which is that's not a bold prediction.
No, I don't know, Toby. I don't think that we're getting that. That's a pretty bold prediction. You think
it kind of is, honestly, dude?
I don't think.
It's been 11 months since we got.
Imagine they don't.
At this point, I think they should just shadow drop the game.
Dude, imagine if they don't actually talk about it. That'd be
just
insane.
release it.
Dude, wouldn't that be so funny if like they do
chaos,
all of it,
dude.
And they get to like Pokemon Unite? They show the Pokemon Unite thing, and then they go, "Thank you for tuning into our presentation. We'll see you next year." It just.
I think I would actually cry in a very negative sense. I'd be like freaking out.
We were going to show you Legend ZA, but one of you turds hacked our company. So now we're not.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We're penalizing you. That'd be funny. That'd be actually funny. Never hack our stuff again or we won't show you anything.
Right.
Ooh, Noivy's been in the chat all day. I was talking to Noivy last night. We're cooking up some new merch. So there's going to be a new design for... it'll be out probably like in a week or so. I'm pretty excited to show you guys.
When do we get to see it?
Probably, probably in a couple days.
Okay.
But Noivy says we won't. We haven't got a mainline game we won't get a mainline game in the first 2 years of the Switch 2. So what Pokemon spin-off do you think we'll get to test the waters? And that's kind of true because
Black and White remakes made by Ilka.
That technically isn't a spin-off.
It's not a spin-off.
It's not made by Game Freak.
Yeah,
you see the similarity.
You know what? You're right.
I can see it. I think it's time
Pokemon Conquest 2.
I think
yes, that's what I want. That's what I really want.
I never played that.
I think it just looks
Fire
cool.
Emblem so much.
I think it just looks cool, but I don't think a lot of people would actually like the game. Like for
Pokemon
wide audiences.
XD Gale of Darkness remastered.
I always
wanted. If you're thinking spin-offs though, Dusty, then it's never gonna be like what Pokemon fans want.
No,
it's
totally,
like never
Pokemon
what Pokemon
Smile 2.
Yeah.
I remember I wanted Conquest so bad. I remember seeing the art style and being like, this is the coolest thing in the whole world. But I never got it. Never got the game.
Just for
Lego
that alone?
Pokemon.
Dude, Lego Pokemon would be crazy. That would be actually so much fun.
Pokemon
it would be
Snap
fun,
Free.
but it would look terrible. I hate games that don't look good,
There's a quick
Lego
question
looks
for
good.
You. What would be your least favorite Pokemon spin-off game announcement? Like they announce what would be like a spin-off game announcement that make you go, you gotta be kidding me,
Pokemon Smile 2.
Pokemon Smile 2.
Wait, fair. Pokemon Sleep expansion EX, Pokemon Sleep EX.
You guys are crazy. Oh, you know what we didn't even talk about? I'm actually so stoked for tomorrow. I've been just like, I'm so excited for the new TCG expansion tomorrow. I really am so excited for it. I've been playing that game like crazy.
Smackdown.
Are you guys still playing that game? Soul's never been playing it.
I was like, wait, what?
I got like 2-3 weeks ago. I got my maybe even less than that. Time moves weird now. Yeah. But I got my immersive Mew card for like getting all the Kanto Pokemon.
Nice
expansion. And so I just was like, okay, well, I'm done now. I'll pick it back up again for the new one. But I'm like, I've kind of collected what I want.
But they're releasing Sinnoh.
I'm chill for now. That's what I'm saying. I'll pick it back up for that, but I have not played it in the last like 3 weeks.
Oh, dude, you gotta open your packs every single day.
Fan, I'm so like full of negativity today. And
I'll do it right now. How about that?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just leaving it.
It's fun, dude. I thought the game was stupid because I didn't. I'm like, I don't want to battle, and then I learned how to battle, and I was like, oh my god, this is so much fun. It's easy. It's easy to pick up.
I think it's growing pains of the app, right? I think since it's just starting, that they have some things that just aren't like the most amazing. Because like when the TCG, like the
baffled
the physical TCG, when it first started happening, it was amazing, right? But then like there's like some artworks that were just like, ugh, And now TCG is just like every artwork is just like incredible.
Yeah.
But for me, these ones are just like they all kind of feel the same and all that. And I think it's just growing pains. I don't know. To me, it doesn't.
Oh, that's a new one. So if I could say anything, I remember when the game came out. I remember saying that it was stupid because it actually is not a collecting game. It's actually a battling game, and I didn't like it. And then I said, okay, well, what if I pick it up and try to battle? And it took me like 3 battles, and then I was like hooked on battling. And now I've been playing it for 2 months. And unlike Pokemon Sleep, it's actually fun. Like now, when I open packs every single day, it's not about just collecting one that I haven't had because I can see it online. It's about actually building some decks. And the decks are essentially like you have to choose like 16 cards because the other 4 are going to be like the other 4 cards that like you put in every deck just to help you draw cards, right? So you're just choosing 16 cards. And then really that's like 2 Pokemon lines and then like an EX. And you can auto build decks. There's so many fun features. And now it's like all the events, I'm having a blast, dude. And I'm not saying you have to enjoy it, but I'm saying I went into it thinking it was a collecting game, and I remember saying on this podcast that it sucked. And then I actually played it for what it is, which is that it's a game, and I was like, I love this. And now I love the TCG.
I love that for you, and I love that for all the people that like it.
Have you tried battling?
I don't think I've ever been a card guy.
Neither.
Does that make sense?
Neither
like
have I.
Game person.
Neither have I.
Like I've never been like I want to play this game.
So neither have I. I'm coming from your perspective.
You have though. You
neither have I.
Like you weren't an avid collector, but you bought the cards and you opened the cards.
Who's that? Me?
Dusty.
No.
What?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I opened cards, but I didn't battle. I used
That's
to
more
literally.
Than Soul ever did though.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's talking about collecting cards. I was looking at it like collecting cards, but I've never battled in Pokemon. I used to, as a kid, I used to have the cards and I'd play them like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'd be like, I have more attack points. You lose life points. That's not how you play the game.
I was actually talking about all of the leaked images of the Gen 4 cards and just being like kind of underwhelmed again by
them. But
it's
not about the artwork. Pokemon. That's my point.
I haven't seen the leaks.
It's not about the artwork. It's about like what's exciting is that I have some more steel cards that I can use for my steel deck that's underpowered. Right?
I see what you mean, yeah.
And that's exciting. I'm like, there's not a good steel card. I'm going to get some more steel cards. There's not that many good dark ones. I'm going to get some more dark cards, right? And that's what's exciting me right now. And then it's also just passive. Unlike the TCG, I don't need to dish out hundreds of dollars to get the meta deck and then not even be able to play with anyone because I have to go somewhere in person. It's just all on my phone. It's so easy. It's so easy.
I don't want to be overly negative.
I just think you might find enjoyment, is what I'm saying.
I have a tendency to go that direction, so I just...
No, dude.
Everything's good.
Guys. No, it's all good. Because I was...
New meme template.
Yeah.
Everything's good, guys.
No, so I'm getting heated because I'm like, I thought the same... I was on this podcast. We did a Secret Power episode when I was like, this game sucks. I was saying, this game sucks. It's not what I thought. And then I did one battle, and I said, that was easy and fun. And then I did another battle, and I said, I got to make a deck. And it was a Marowak deck. And then I started getting victories, and anyways, it's fun. I think you'd be surprised because I was surprised.
Maybe
that's my
one
point.
day.
That's my point.
If they really withhold ZA from me until November, then it might happen because I can't go 2 years without playing a Pokemon game.
Well, yeah.
Not 2 years.
I play a Pokemon game every day now, dude. Honestly, my relationship with Pokemon has been so healthy. The fact that I'm actually playing the games now.
So I'm gonna, because Dusty's being the little angel sitting on your shoulder, telling you, what you should do. So I'm gonna be the little devil who sits on your shoulder and tells you what. And all I'm gonna say is, man, pick up your Scarlet and Violet game, IV and EV training.
Yep.
I prefer doing that. To be honest,
you keep talking about how you love battles. I'm telling you, get into it, man.
Yeah.
And then you and I can battle. I'll be you think fun. I'm annoying now? Just you wait. I'll message you. Battle.
That's great. I literally have nothing else to do in Scarlet and Violet, which is sad. But yeah, so that would be the only reason. I was thinking about getting home back today actually because I want to get that Enamorus and Manaphy and Meloetta. Can you still get the Meloetta?
Yeah, it's unlimited.
I think these are going to be forever.
That's good.
Or until home shuts down in 20 29.
You're right. Yo,
you're right. Can I do like a little plug for friend of the show, Zatsumi? He's got a Pokemon podcast.
Yeah.
He's got a Pokemon channel, but he kind of ended up doing a lot of TCG Pocket, and then he just started a Pokemon podcast specifically for the TCG Pocket, and I think it
Smart.
is. And I listened to it, and I'm not BSing you. It's literally so good right off the rip. I think it's tough to actually have a podcast. It seems easy, but it's no wasted time. He's in and out. It's him and his buddy. They talk about the meta. They talk about the news. And it's, he's a really competitive player, but his co-host is actually just like, he's like me, right? He's just a casual player. And it was so, I don't know. It's a weekly podcast, comes out every Friday. We're hoping to collab with them at some point. We had some people asking us like, when are we going to talk, when are you going to talk about TCG Pocket? Maybe you have an expert on. I think we're trying to get him on. But definitely, if you're looking for another podcast, specifically TCG Pocket, Crown Rare Podcast is what you got to listen to. I just listened to it the other day. It was so good. I would say this rumor is BS. I didn't even read it on stream.
100%.
But I think the fact that they just called it Waves and Winds, I'm like, that's just very obviously that is the rumor in the interpretation of a code name. I don't think that's literally what it's going to be.
Of a translated code name.
Yeah. I don't think that's literally what it's going to be.
It could be, but that's totally a fan theory. You know what I was thinking about the other day, actually, though, is like the whole premise of like riding the waves to get to different islands.
Oh, I love that.
Right? But
yeah.
You could also ride the wind to get to different
islands. Dude, absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're in the sky.
Dude. Yeah. So your Pokemon is basically like it's a Koraidon thing where it's like it essentially does the same thing, but one is rowing in the water, one has a giant sail to push you on the water.
Yeah, like you can choose which way you want to travel, basically.
Yo, someone clip this, dude.
I probably will later on.
Lumi or Soul, for the clip, can you actually just explain where the names Waves and Winds comes from?
Lumi.
Give the full context, and I'll clip this, and this will be on a clip.
When the Terra leak, leaked some stuff about Gen 10, there were two versions listed. It was Pokemon N and Pokemon K. And basically someone said, okay, well, N could stand, because this is probably in Japanese, right? Because Pokemon is a Japanese game. N could stand for Nami, which means wave, and K could stand for Kaze, which means wind. So that would mean that the two versions are Pokemon Wind and Pokemon Wave.
Nice.
Or Pokemon Winds and Waves. And also, too, people think it'll be, we've been teased that it is an island hopping adventure, and like kind of an ocean navigating. And I don't know if any of you folks sailed, but there's two important things when you're sailing. That is the winds and the waves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, I'm just thinking about, what is it, Wind Waker?
Yeah, that's what I always think of too.
It's Pokemon Wind Waker. They like copying Zelda, man.
I mean, there's good ideas.
You guys probably have never played it, but I thought of Skies of Arcadia for like the wind.
This is Pokemon Winds and Waves, dude. Like literally, it's a dragon.
I love that name too.
It's literally a dragon. This is like Koraidon or Miraidon, you know?
It would be like the Switch 2 all over again.
Yeah, dude.
It'd be like, we guessed the Switch 2 name, now we're gonna guess Winds and Waves. I mean, it's like the perfect name.
It is. It really is. And it drives, I don't know, it drives high, and I feel like Pokemon games should do that. Like the name should just kind of be like they imply something else, right? Like Scarlet and Violet, those are the two ends of the rainbow. Yeah. So that like it kind of invokes something beyond just being a name, you know what I mean? XY, that's like, you know, okay, sure, they're just letters, but that's also like, that's chromosomes, that's DNA, you know?
Yeah.
It should invoke something else, and Winds and Waves does that.
No, I love this so much. Man, that's fun. That's so cool. That's fun. That's cool. Wind Waker, dude. Wind Waker, Wind Waves. All right, let's move on. That's fun. That's fun. Yeah, man, that's so much fun.
About this, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Well, what else have you been cooking up? So I don't know. There's just been a lot of stuff, dude. How have you guys been playing Pokemon recently? Have you been playing a lot? I've been playing Leaf Green over. I've been playing Leaf Green. We did a second episode. The first episode is up. It's like a 2-3 hour VOD. Lumi's in there. And then the second episode is available to Patreon and YouTube channel members. That was another like 3.5 hour VOD. It's been a lot of fun to like play Leaf Green and just like take it slow and give it all my attention, because I've actually noticed a couple things that I've never noticed before. Like one of the main, in the very beginning of the game, it's weird. There's like this blue screen and you're like, who the heck is talking to you? And they mention, I don't have my notes right here. I've been like taking physical notes. And then one of the first things they say in Leaf Green is they say like the point of the game is essentially to like help people, and then a couple other things. And I was like, I don't think that has anything to do with Kanto, right? But then as I've been going throughout the game, all of the major plot points are literally about just helping people. You help Bill, you right, like separate from the body of a Pokemon. You help the captain get over his like illness. You help the guards who are just thirsty. Like these are simple little things, but as you navigate throughout the region, you're so grounded, right? It's not like you're like you're not like ending the destruction of the world, right? You're just helping people in your community in Kanto, which is really, really cool. And I just never thought of it like that. So that's, I've been enjoying playing Leaf Green. I know we're going to be going back to Emerald. I have the save file. I'm going to keep playing it for everyone in the chat. I got Pokemon Snap to play. I got some more games.
Jesse, how's your sailing theme?
I'm waiting for Winds and Waves to be announced to dictate the rest of the game.
So you hear that? He will continue it in 2026.
I will, man. Here's the thing. The games never end, I get to a point, I put it down for a little while, I pick it back up, and it's fun to still play, Oh,
my gosh.
But yeah, how have you guys been playing Pokemon recently?
I have been doing, shameless plug, on Lumiose Tower, my little gaming channel.
Dude.
I have been doing a Pokemon X Nuzlocke, and I've only cried 7 times.
Yeah, dude. Let me pull this up.
I haven't been playing at all.
Nothing, dude. Nothing.
Soul's been tweeting. That's how
I've been tweeting. My
Pokemon.
brain has been just like cooking ZA stuff. Even if people want to hear it or not, it's happening.
Soul's probably playing ZA, and we just don't know it. He's got the cartridge in his Switch right now. When he gets off the stream, he's gonna pick it up and go get his Mega Sunflora or whatever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
that is
Lumi. You did a short on your channel. That's cool.
Yeah, like 11 years ago.
Is this old?
Probably.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
When
say.
did I post that?
I still love the art. I love the main art, the profile picture or whatever.
Oh, thank you so much. That's Mark Villa, who also did our holiday card.
Yeah, and that is our new banner image on our channel. But yeah, so the Nuzlocke's going well.
Define going well.
Okay, you're yeah.
He's lost. Yeah, he lost a lot of good men out.
You're not even having fun.
I did. I've lost a lot of good men. I've cried 7 times, not literally, but
yeah. That was actually having to do with like our like spin-off speculation, and I honestly it kind of has. Listen, last year they announced a new project, dude. Honestly, that's a good prediction. They announced Pokemon Pocket. That came out. It's been a huge success. I would love if they introduced a new, something new that we're not even expecting. Absolutely, dude. I'd welcome it. That would be that's actually on the bingo card. Yeah, Lumi, do you want to pull up your bingo card?
I want Pokemon
It's on
Rodeo.
my Twitter if you want to. It's like pinned, I think, on my Twitter.
Have you,
pull it up.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Have you, I don't know, have you been able to cross anything else off? Because I feel like...
I don't think so. Let me go to it and let's reanalyze.
Because I feel like these new home gifts, this would have been on my bingo card if my bingo card was like actually more than 9 things.
But it wasn't. You decided to make a bin.
It wasn't.
No. Dusty,
it wasn't.
Why'd you even bring it up?
Oh, great.
Scroll down. It won't be long.
You really don't tweet that much.
I don't post much.
All right, here we go. We got shiny legendaries. That's kind of real, but
shiny ruinous quartet.
Okay, that's specifically
game released.
Mega
Black and
Bond
White being revealed.
New
Pokemon
the
Legends
Paradox
EA DLC. I think Ash.
It says new mythical.
We'll find out why it got scrapped. I do have new mythical. Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Wow, you was cut out for that whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's all right. We're making him. No, we're making him nervous now.
He could just exit Discord though, and maybe it would work.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll.
Close my Discord,
sure, try
back.
it. I don't think it'll do anything.
Bye.
Okay, well here we go.
What if I just disconnected too and left you here all alone?
That's fine. Honestly, well, I'll just start playing Leaf Green.
I just really have to pee. That's the problem. So
pee.
I was gonna be like, I'm gonna go, guys.
Listen, if you gotta take a bio break, take a bio break. That's totally possible.
I was on the top for a second. That was crazy.
Yeah. You want to be on the top again? Watch this.
Oh my gosh. Are you guys running out of steam?
Children.
Are you guys running out of?
No, I just have to use the.
You guys want to take a break?
I'm a little aggravated.
You don't need to be aggravated. It's all good. Yeah, go take a bio break. There's no dude. We're just chilling.
I know. I just was waiting for Lumi to come back. Not to leave you alone.
But no,
you're good. I'm not left alone. I'm with the 300 people watching right now. We're chilling.
And occasionally Lumi when he's not cut out.
You're good. It's all fine.
The spin-off game, No Emotion. I thought moving my mic back would work, but the spin-off game, I think there might be some kind of spin-off game this year. Gen 10 getting mentioned. I talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
A patch for Scarlet and Violet to improve performance. The doing another rerun of the Walking Wake Iron Leaves raid and also raids for the other of those trios.
Yeah.
Pokemon Works, I think we'll find out like what exactly they're doing because like they've been mentioned, they've been added to Sleep, but I think we'll find out more so their purpose. New mythical getting revealed probably for ZA, but that is just speculation.
Yeah.
My wild prediction was I thought they might reveal like Pokken coming to like a new Pokken game.
That would be interesting, or like a new version of it.
I mean, because I don't know like how well it did like financially, but it did. I mean, it must have been popular enough that they did give it its own circuit like in worlds and stuff. So I feel like it had to have a decent amount of success.
Let's see. We got some numbers here. I don't know how updated they are. Let's see.
I'm probably relatively.
Reception. It sold 53,000 copies within its first week of sales in Japan. Not seeing anything. I'll do all time. List of best-selling Nintendo Switch games. Oh, latest sales update. I don't know if this is correct. It says over 1 million copies, but that's not bad. But
that's not bad.
That's nothing on Pokemon, on mainline Pokemon.
Well, like you'd probably have to compare that to like Snap, Mystery Dungeon, those types of games.
True.
But then Pokemon Legends EA is obviously my free space. I think that Pokemon TCG Pocket will get at least 5 packs. We're already at 1, so I think that one's guaranteed. Sitting Cuties getting the Mega Sitting Cuties coming out.
Yeah,
I think
that's a lock, dude. I think that's a lock.
I need it to happen.
Yeah.
I need a Mega Lucario. I need a Mega Charizard Y. I mean, my wallet is praying it does not happen, but I am praying that it does.
You know, all of these updates to Pokemon Home actually do give me a little bit of faith when it comes to them perhaps reviving or solving the app, like the removal of Pokemon Bank right in the future. If that ever happens, it actually gives me a little bit of faith that like they are tinkering. They are updating Pokemon Home. I do think Pokemon Home is going to be a ongoing long-term thing. It's just been nice to see that they're adding substantial things, not just features, but like, I guess like objectives and incentives to continue to use the platform, right? Like they haven't forgotten about it. And I do think this new like treasure hunt that they're introducing for these Pokemon will absolutely continue into the future. So like right here on your list, you have Pokemon Bank closing. Like, I don't know if that's going to happen this year, but it will happen eventually.
I will give myself the credit for it if they announce it this year. Like, even if they're like, oh, it's closing in 2026. Yeah. I'm expecting them to announce it closing, really.
Sure.
That's true.
Because I mean, like you said, it's got to happen, and that's
yeah.
And you know what too? Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure Koo had a tweet
that he said like we're gonna get some Visa stuff revealed.
Yeah.
On Pokemon Day. He did. Visa, I think, is like Ku's like coy way of saying national dex, because it's like, you know, your visa to get into another region.
Sure.
So that could
it's actually like a whole Chinese. That's how they say it. Chinese. Yeah.
Well, then it could be like perhaps what he heard that's getting announced on Pokemon Day is them revealing that bank is closing. Though I'm gonna be real, I feel like they wouldn't announce that on Pokemon Day. I feel like they'd put that out as a random announcement.
Yeah,
because like
not
that's
too positive.
Right. Like, you know, it's like, hey, look, here's a celebration of Pokemon games. By the way, we're closing this.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
Anyways, here's ZA news. It's cheer up again.
That would work. That would work.
I mean, that's kind of what they did with like the initial National Dex announcement, right? They were like, we can't put all the Pokemon in Sword and Shield. And then they were like, but look, Yamper and Impidimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Man.
Oh, man.
Did we talk about this already? I was thinking the other day, I was like, I'm going to be 40 years old in 10 years.
Oh, God.
And we're still going to have a podcast, right?
Yeah,
That's
we
40.
We talked about it in our chat.
Oh, we did talk about it? Okay. Because that's like the follow-up question is like, what will Pokemon look like in 30 years?
I think we've said that we could like make a whole episode off of that, because that'd be kind of fun.
Well, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
What do I think Pokemon will look like?
Yeah, in 30 years.
I got to think about it.
Okay.
I don't really know.
I think they will no longer be doing video games, and they will have made them real.
Oh, we did talk about this. Yeah.
I want that to happen. We did
talk about this.
We need the future paradoxes to be real.
There will be no more playing your Nintendo Switch 5 or whatever. You will instead have an actual Pokeball. Be like, Pikachu, go.
Yeah.
How are you going to
But it'll be limited to Gym 1 only.
I was about to say, how are you going to make 1,000 robots that you can collect?
Oh my gosh, Lyra said each Pokemon is an NFT you have to pay for.
Yeah.
No!
I really thought they were going to go that route at some point.
Good God.
Like when the technology, because I think
they probably would have if it blew up, but
because I think on paper, just the technology alone, the idea that you can like add something to a collectible to make it one of one is interesting and inherently valuable, because it kind of functions like in the same way that like grading Pokemon cards, right, is. Mm-hmm. And if I could and if every single one of my Pokemon had like a unique identifier with, I don't understand the technology, but had, you know, if I catch a shiny, it's in my game, whatever. And let's say it had a unique identifier that like basically made it literally one of one, right? That is kind of cool, because the idea of, I don't know, just the idea that like my special Pokemon with whatever quirks it has, maybe it has one of those special ribbons, maybe it has whatever, it would just inherently give it more value, right? No, and here's the problem. I'm not saying I want to like sell my digital collectible, but I do think there's like value in being like, this thing that I have isn't just a Growlithe, it's literally one of one, right? And it is special for whatever reasons that the wider community could recognize it to be special, or just me, right? Its nickname, it's got where it was caught, when it was caught, the ribbon, the little mark. Maybe it's shiny, right? Maybe it's a supersized one. Maybe it was caught in this location, right? There's so many random qualifiers that could make that one Pokemon totally unique. And if there's now like a base layer of technology to like, I guess, absolute, like, to just indicate that it is what it is, I think that is kind of cool. And I'd be interested in that being like, again, just a technology. I'm not saying make it something that is now sellable or is a scam or is like trading stocks. I don't want any of that. I'm just saying
Coin.
What is it?
Pika coin. They'll be like, that's what they'll
No, that's what I'm saying I don't want.
Coin.
That's what I'm saying I don't. No, I'm saying I don't want that. I'm not saying crypto. I'm saying just the identifier of my Pokemon, because they're digital. They're digital creatures, right? But right now, and I think another part of this that I didn't mention is like, through this method, you could prevent hacking Pokemon in the same way, right? Right?
Maybe. They haven't taken many steps to prevent it now, so I don't know that they'll ever change it.
Well, I think this technology could actually prevent it is what I'm thinking, right?
There's technology that could prevent it now. I mean, they have the technology to prevent that stuff right now, and they just don't use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Odd.
Noivy says your
odd. It is
Pokemon
odd.
right now are 1 of 1. But I think
That is true. It's got that OT. I don't have a Pikachu that has the same stats, same nature, and says OT Liam or Dusty or whatever your game name is, you know?
Yeah, if anyone knows about this,
Dude,
they might be able to speak more on it. But I think there's
Dude.
when this
That's
was when this was coming. Oh yeah, my old OT.
I'll never forget the dude.
Yeah, I have 2 Pokemon that are named or that have the OT dude.
Dude.
It's a Flareon, and I found a Primeape, which I can now evolve into a in whatever it's called. Annihilate, which is kind of cool. To think that I have that's a Pokemon from Fire Red, right? To think that I can now that it's in my game. It's got the OT dude, and I can actually make it like a fully evolved Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet and beyond is pretty sick. But
that's wild.
Yeah, how you guys feeling? I mean, we can keep going. I feel like I
was looking through my tweets.
I feel like we're running out of steam. How you guys doing?
I'm chill.
I'm good. It apparently keeps cutting off.
Your voice.
Yes.
What about right now? I haven't heard anything.
They're saying it in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah. So we will be live on Pokemon Day, but we do have these retro hidden power. These are like Pokemon port shirts. These shirts on our store, Hidden Power, or shop.hiddenpower.podcast.com. We have all these cool shirts with all these different sprites on them, indicating which version that they're from. These are really fun shirts. It's got our logo on the back. We got one of these for, let's see. We got for all the games, all the retro games at least. Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 2, and Gen 1. And you know what? For Kalos,
I gotta make some for Kalos.
I think I gotta make some Kalos ones. I think I have the designs, and we just never uploaded them.
Kalos.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna upload some Kalos ones, so these are available for you guys. If you are a member on YouTube, or if you are a Patreon member, you do get, I think it's 5% off all merch off your entire order on the store. So definitely check this out. We've got some new merch coming down the pipeline, but these are
good merch.
These are great designs. This one's my favorite. What I'd love to do is actually make a couple custom ones where it's like a Blaziken sprite with the Ruby version. I think that'd be super cool. For example, or like a Serperior, but it says black version. That'd be kind of fun. Gendy has been a box legendary member for 5 months. Dusty, you saved your Primeape just to kill him. Oh no. I did. You're right with the evolution. But he'll still be alive though,
And our hearts.
In that way. I was like, wait, but how did he kill him? I was so confused for a second.
It really makes you think, man. I mean, dude, I gotta get back into making some Dusty Fakemon videos. I have so many ideas for.
You should.
I was just thinking, I'm playing Gen 1. I'm using a couple Moonstone Evolution Pokemon. And I'm like, 3 of the Moonstone Pokemon are basically, or have traits of rabbits. The Nidos and Wigglytuff ends up with the rabbit ears. And I was just thinking, I was like, we did the deep dive of the fairy Pokemon.
Never thought about that.
That's because rabbits are connected to the moon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, what other Pokemon could evolve with a Moonstone? That's a whole video. Why don't I do more videos like this?
Meryl.
I like that. I've watched that.
That's so cool. Yeah,
I know. So I gotta get in the studio. I gotta link up with some. I gotta link up with Ondo Region again with Mama's Art. I gotta link up with some.
I'll draw
friends.
one for you.
Mama's Art.
I'll draw one for you, and you know what? I'll do it all pro bono.
Okay, sounds good. That sounds awesome.
It's gonna be really bad.
How you guys feeling? What else do you want to talk about? Otherwise, we might wrap up.
We could always talk starters. There's been a lot of heat.
Yeah.
What have you guys been thinking?
If you go scroll one more, 2 more, 3,
4,
more.
5
more.
I think you actually needed to scroll up, maybe, possibly.
So Imagine this is in the game. This card is so
cute.
dope.
Look how cute he is. Yeah, but see, that's a TCG.
I know, but it could be brought into the game. Like, look how cool. This is the real game. Or this is TCG Pocket.
Yeah, that's Pocket.
Yeah.
Anyways, starters. I don't know what you're. Oh, this is.
You gotta go up.
Honestly, this is kind of cool. I want to talk about this.
We can talk about that.
We can talk about that. You can go back to it right now if you want.
No. I want to talk about. I want you guys to talk about the starter right here.
Oh, there they were. That's them, right?
No, wait. Well, you can talk about this too. But I was gonna say like the unpopular starters, because like this past week, people have been going nuts about like that's the worst starter.
Oh, right here.
That one right there. That's the worst starter trio.
I'm gonna
ever.
go take a bio break. Be right back.
Okay.
Oh, you are. Okay, good. Well, anyway, basically, like I said, people have been hating on so many starters this week, including Lumi, who
yes, it is true.
is the reason why Turtwig is on this image. Because so many people were like, "Who put Turtwig there?"
No. Look. I love the Turtwig line. It's just not exciting to me. Like because I love it so much. That's where
it's
it
okay.
comes
I put
from.
Quaxley there on purpose for myself as well.
Like,
nobody said Quaxley, but me.
If Trico was one of the starters, I would not be excited about it. And the reason why is because I love Sceptile so much, I don't want to change for it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need any kind of change for Sceptile. I like it as is. I don't
believe you. I think that if it was like it didn't have a mega, you'd be like, I want Mega Sceptile to happen or something like that.
Well, a mega's different. I'm assuming that the Kalos starters will get their megas and that we'll have an initial base that get regional forms.
That's fair to assume.
And if that's the case, like that's what I mean is I'd be down for Torterra mega because I love Sinnohan Torterra and would want it to get a boost, but I do not need a different Torterra, like an alternate Torterra, if you will.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I guess it could be worse or it could be much better, like Samurott, bro. But you never liked original Samurott.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of original. And specifically, like, I wasn't a fan of original Samurott, but I was like, it just needs a little something to make it, like, top tier. Mm-hmm. And it got it, you know? But, like, Sceptile, I'm like, it's already top tier. Torterra, I honestly think it's top tier. All of that. I will say this. I think the Sinnoh starters are screaming for megas. Like, I feel like those three designs, especially Infernape, just need that little something at the end.
I so don't like them.
I know you don't. But no, yeah. Snivy, please, Snivy, please. Where there she is, Snivy. I need Snivy.
I mean, Snivy's not on this list of terrible starters. I put this out there to like support them, and I do pick often. I'll choose like one that's not as popular.
Have you chosen any of these?
I have.
You chose
Sobble.
Yeah.
And I've chosen Turtwig for I chose it in Platinum.
Okay.
But I chose Piplup the first time in Diamond and Pearl. Okay. And I chose Fennekin in my X playthrough recently. Like last year sometime when I was playing Pokemon games.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the only ones. I guess Fennekin had a hard time putting on this list actually. I was like, people really like Braixen.
Yeah, that is true. It was in the anime, and then it also it was put in Pokken, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was weird.
That was like, kind of odd. Yeah.
You're not cutting out for me, by the way. You're fine.
That's good to know. Hopefully it's done. I thought maybe it was because like the mic was kind of right at me, so I kind of moved it back, hoping that would help. Mm-hmm. But no, my ideal, and I'd love to hear yours too, Soul. My ideal, like if I got to pick each of the starters, the grass, my number one grass pick would be Snivy. My number one water pick would be Totodile. And my number one fire pick would be, I'm running through them in my head. Charmander, no. Cyndaquil, no. Torchic, no. Chimchar, no. Honestly, probably Tepig, but
what? Really?
I don't want that. Like honestly, all the starters, the fire starters are either great to me or they're not good, and a regional form won't help it, in my opinion.
Are you saying for regional forms?
Yeah, I'm saying if they're regional forms. If it was megas, it'd be a different list.
Okay. When you first started that list, I thought you were just saying your favorite of each one. I was like,
God, no. Just
started
for
with
my
Snivy, so how am I supposed to know? Because Snivy is the best grass one anyway.
Just for like my pick for who I'd want to be the Legends EA starters.
Gotcha. Your pick.
But what would yours be? Your pick if you got to choose them.
If I could just pick whoever I wanted, or what makes sense, that's the thing.
If you got to pick whoever, Masuda goes, hey, we're going to give regional variants to 3 starters in Legends EA. Who you want?
I mean, I might go with like the whole like thing that everyone was thinking, or that is
French?
thinking. Huh?
Just overtly French?
Yeah, maybe.
Oui,
I
oui.
Snivy for sure. Snivy for sure. I think Sobble over Totodile because I just want redemption for my boy.
No, bro.
I know.
Get the heck out of here. What do you mean?
No, we're just talking about what we would want. So I think Sobble,
That's fair.
because regional forms, right? So it would be a different Inteleon. So
Yeah.
this would be perfect for Superior and Inteleon. But then Fire is the hardest one to decide. Maybe the thing is that I couldn't pick Scorbunny if I picked Sobble, because Scorbunny would be perfect to get a regional form too, because it could.
Yeah.
Cinderace is so close to being epic, but it just needs something else, you know?
Cinderace is not that. I think he's pretty far away from being epic.
Yeah, but it could if it changed, it'd be good.
If it was like a little bit tougher and didn't look like a cartoon and instead had like, some tough. I don't know. Yeah, I think if it just looked more like a creature, like a bunny, like a bunny that stands on its hind legs and runs around and plays soccer. That's fine. I just think it looks a little bit too much like a cartoon character and not like a creature.
It looks like it belongs in Zootopia.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It is like a Disney cartoon.
Like I think if it went like if it was fire dark type and it was like this like moody, it's kind of like it's a soccer player that like fouls, right?
There's your Moonstone, Dusty. There's your Moonstone evolution.
And if it
literal
had more
rabbit.
of the black
Yeah.
attributes from Reboot, that's awesome. Like just a moody like like Scorbunny. Yeah, it's like who's the bad guy in or like who's like the bad guy in Ted Lasso? The ego.
That was way out of
The egotistical soccer player.
What's his name?
Jamie.
He's not a soccer.
Jamie, the egotistical
yeah.
one. I wouldn't say he's the bad guy.
No, he's not the bad guy, but like it's a game about soccer. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, just a moody, a moody, egotistical, fouling, and ball hog soccer player. I love it. Honestly, that would make me like but the Pokemon's got to be a little bit tougher and moody, like Reboot. That's what I want.
I just really quickly have to say that my mother just sent me that she saw Pokemon at Lowe's, and she sent me this picture.
Oh, that's the
which,
best.
Fun fact, are not Pokemon.
Oh my gosh, what are they?
What is it? It looks like Charmander, but it's
They're like little dinosaurs.
They're
but it's
not
definitely
Pokemon.
Not Pokemon.
That's she said. I saw
charming.
Pokemon at the store.
She said. So Lowe's sells Pokemon now, and sent me a picture.
So
and I'm like, those aren't Pokemon.
You have to text her and be like, "Thank you, Mom. Thanks for thinking about me. I love you."
No,
Don't correct
those
her.
are not Pokemon.
He said those are not Pokemon.
I said
He's
those
a
are not
Pokemon
Pokemon.
fan.
Dude,
He's
she's
a Pokemon
trying.
fan. He's going to.
That was a bid for a connection.
Well, she
Actually,
might.
those are not Pokemon.
She might. I got a little brother. I don't want her to be like, I'm gonna buy him a Pokemon thing, and then go home and tell him like, this is Charmander.
That'll
No,
ruin his
not.
day. That'll ruin his day.
Well, he's not even a fan. I mean, he's little, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna raise him on Pokemon, raise him on Pokemon,
Yeah.
not this Timu Pokemon.
It does. It looked like a You said Timu, but it's not Timu. It looked like that.
Wish.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. I'm talking about the actual game. What was that game?
Pal World.
No, not Power World, but it kind of did look like Power World too.
Yeah.
NMT Arts. What's up?
Temtem. That's it. That was because I was like Timu, Temtem.
Yeah.
Different. Dusty, what do you think about these being the least popular starters? Because that's people are just like not happy about
what
it.
the least
Like
starter.
being-
The least starter.
Any of these being
the least popular
like,
in
the
each of their
combination.
groups.
Just in general, like people were just mad that every rumor that was posted this week were like, even Lumi was like Turtwig. What was it? Turtwig, Embor, and Sobble.
Turtwig, Embor, Sobble.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, he was like, I hate that.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Oshawott wasn't the favorite. I feel like people don't like. I feel like Oshawtt's pretty ugly. Yeah, it was in the anime, but so were a lot of these Pokemon.
Oshawott not ugly. What the heck? Oh no.
Oshawott is canonically.
I could have maybe added Oshawott here. I maybe could.
But it got yeah. So I would say. I mean, I don't know, man. It's pretty subjective. I think what's funny is like a lot of these Pokemon. Maybe they don't like them as the first stage, but people love their final stages. You know.
There's gotta be one popular pick though. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be one popular pick in the line.
I think Turtwig has no right being on this list.
Yeah, I told
Turtwig.
A lot of people said that.
People like
a lot
Turtwig.
of people said that, and I was like, it's because of Lumi, because he was so animated.
Fantastic.
He was like, I
you know
hate
what?
this.
You know what this
Truthfully,
is, dude?
it's because I want Snivy so bad that like I'm just like, you know, it's like the Harry Potter meme. How dare you stand where he stood? Like, that's how I'm going to feel about that grass starter if it's not Snivy. It doesn't matter who it is. I'm going to be like, how dare you stand where he stood?
If you click on the tweet and look at the comments, someone actually pointed out, I want to hear what you're going to say, Dusty, but someone actually pointed out it's not the actual starters that are bad, but it's like when you put them together, that's really bad.
Yeah.
You know, like a bad combination of these starters is what could be awful.
I think, well, okay. First off, critique of the list. I think Turtwig shouldn't be here. I also think people say they don't like whatever it's called. I can't even think of its name.
He doesn't even know the name. You're proving
Which
his
one?
point.
People say they don't like Chikorita, but I think it's still pretty beloved. I get it.
I think people hate Chikorita, actually.
It's mixed. You either love Chikorita or you hate it. I don't think anyone's indifferent to it.
I do like Chikoritas. I like Meganium and Bayleaf a lot.
I think I'm biased. I like them. I think Scorbunny, people love it to death. So I don't think it belongs on this list. I don't think Turtwig belongs on this list. I think people love if you like Fennekin, you like Delphox. So that shouldn't be on this list as well. I think the rest of them,
I don't think that's true. My wife loves Fennekin, hates Braixen and Delphox.
I think the majority of these, the reason why people don't like them, it's because they failed to meet the most common expectation, right? I think a lot of these Pokemon either didn't. Yeah, I just think fan expectations ruined these a little bit. I think you got some of the gender swapping Pokemon like from Poplio and whatever it's called, Ducklet or whatever that Quaxley. I think those Pokemon, right? And I get a little, you know, they develop, right? They get a little
They develop.
They grow up. They grow into their personality, right? I think that's great. Yeah. Good for them. But I think that bothered some people. So I think that's part of it. I don't like when I look at Sobble. I love Sobble, and he turns into this like skinny man, and I'm just like, that's not a Pokemon. So I never have liked Inteleon, and I still don't like it. 7 years later. I still have a Sobble plush. I like Sobble. Turning from like if Trico turned into a man, I would not be happy, right? Whatever. Anyways, Fennekin is another one. I think the Generation 6 era is when when every single one of the Pokemon were like anthropomorphic, and we got Fennekin literally turning into a witch, like a witch,
a woman.
Call it whatever. It's not that it's a woman. It's that, or yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. It is.
I just mean because you said man.
Yeah. I did say yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It turns into a human being, which is bothersome.
It's a man.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard that line from you in a while, Soul.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just
That's
said
good.
it. It's brushing up on me. I think. Man, why am I forgetting all these Pokemon's names?
Because
they're his point.
I know.
It's been a long stream, but also they're not that popular.
I think Chespin, I'll always like it. It was my first pick. I think Chestnut has goofy proportions, and people don't like it for whatever reason. And I don't know. I think it's overhated. But yeah,
People did say that the Galar starters, maybe not Grookey, but Scorbunny and Inteleon are way popular, and they shouldn't be on the list. And Turtwig, a lot of people said. So I would take them and maybe even Fennekin out, but I needed,
No, I get you.
They're controversial.
You need a couple.
Right.
No, but they're controversial too. I mean,
and you know what? You rage baited people. You may not have meant to, but you did, and you got more engagement.
I didn't mean to, except for Quaxley. Quaxley was the only one I tried to.
No, sure.
But
I think Tepig,
Turtwig, I didn't feel like putting on this list actually, and then I was just like, but people were saying that was the. It wasn't just.
People.
When that thing came out, I was like so surprised that people were like, this would be the worst lineup of starters. People ever. And it was Turtwig, and I was like, what?
I think it's again because of the lineup, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you said, like the combination. Yeah. So, Dusty, I will ask you the same question I asked Soul when you were taking your little bio break.
Well, I'm still on like my thought process. Like I think Tepig, people don't like it because it was. I think people don't like Tepig and what it evolved into Emboar because it was at the time a giant meme that it was the third firefighting Pokemon in a row. I think that's the only reason why people don't like Tepig. I think Emboar is totally fine.
No,
it's a giant demon pig. It's like Ganon.
It's a giant bad design. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why people dislike it. And I also think this is a hilarious take that I saw from what's his name, Bromo Jumbo. Hilarious take, but maybe a little accurate. I thought it was a little too pointed because I don't know. That's not why I dislike these Pokemon, but he was like naming all these Pokemon that get kind of chunky when they evolve. And he was like, yo, these people are fat phobic. And I was like, I thought that was so funny because I never thought of it, but I'm like, yeah, people don't like Turtwig because it's just a chunky turtle, you know? I'm like,
was it for that? What was it for that he was saying?
I think he was talking about Emboar. And I'm like, okay, it's not. I don't think people are like hate. I don't think it's fat phobia. I think what it is just like you want this like cool, edgy starter when you're a kid, and if you don't get it, that's what all these Pokemon are. All of these Pokemon are just goofball evolutions. You know who should be on the? You know who should be on this list? Venusaur. People love Bulbasaur. People don't like Venusaur like that.
I could not, in good conscience, put any of the Gen 1 starters on the least popular list. It just wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
I do think my issue with Emboar, I think, is that, you know, the classic "it's a man" thing, where like it loses a lot of boar traits. You know, Tepig is such a cute pig, and as Emboar, what's boar about it? It has a little like spiral tail, and it has
he's strong, man.
That's really it.
So you don't like it because he's a fat man?
No, but I don't like it because he's a fat man. I don't like it because it's a man. You know, boars are actually pretty fat. I would like that.
Yeah, I don't like Emboar, but that's not the reason why I don't like it. The reason why I don't like it is what we said last time. Actually, it was on the other channel, so you guys didn't hear it. But
yeah, I just thought it was a funny take. I'm not saying you think that.
No, I know.
He doesn't have a neck.
His head has no neck.
His head is like on his chest.
He is one with his face.
Hilarious.
And then he also has no snout. Like, if you're gonna be a pig,
I get you.
You're gonna be a fat pig, then have a snout, bro.
Yeah, have tusks.
He's a pug.
Have tusks.
He's a pug pig.
He does have tusks.
He does have tusks, but he's a pug pig with no neck, bro.
Yeah.
That's what he is, and that's why I don't like him. I don't care if he's standing up, even though it would be cooler if he was like down a little bit more.
I love when you said.
Yeah.
You said he is one with his.
He's
with himself, bro. Why doesn't he have anything going on here?
I don't know if I'm just late to this, but just noticing True Green 7 in the chat. Hope you're doing. Hope you're having a good day, Ron.
I love that you're Ron. I love that you're in here when we're just like destroying designs too.
Right.
Ron says I still can't get over people hating on I still can't get over people hating on a pig Pokemon for being fat. It's literally that's the assignment.
It's
that's the assignment.
It's a man.
You know?
Yeah, it's because he's a man pig.
It's small on its back. He makes it grow in battle. He's a grass type.
Yeah. Dusty, my question to you
he says, did he get hacked? We should beat up Soul and Jake.
Wait. I need to actually, when you're asking that question, Lumi, I need to send, I found this this Emboar by Virgopolis. Virgo. It's Ron's friend, actually, and I can't never say her name. She's the dinosaur girl that is an amazing artist.
Yes.
And she did like a small redesign to Emboar, and it's like
her art is amazing.
That's my favorite Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Send it to me.
I'm trying
to find. I saved it to my camera roll, but I didn't save the actual tweet. It is a tweet. If you just say Emboar, if you search Emboar on her tweets, you should be able to find it.
I don't even know how to spell it. I'm looking it up right now. It's like Virgolophus? Is that right?
That is right.
Did I get
I can
Virgo?
never say it. Yeah, Virgo is the short.
Here, I got. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to find it on Twitter. This is
sad because Lumi can't ask his question to you while you're searching.
Okay.
Virgo.
To be completely
This
honest,
is live, okay? This is live.
Found
so
it.
To be completely honest, Dusty like never answers these questions correctly anyway. So.
You're so right.
They're all up for interpretation. All right, what am I looking up?
You got to search, bro, because it was years ago. It was years. So like
you got to type in the little magnifying
glass.
Like right there. There you go. Almost there. Yep. There you go, buddy.
Just type Mbor.
Type Mbor.
Look at photos.
Not seeing it.
Go to latest or go to photos or media. Dang, that's a bad search.
It.
Okay,
maybe comment.
Maybe I'm gonna try to find it myself. Hold on, let's see.
Not seeing it.
I might have bookmarked it.
Maybe if you click on that and like scroll up, it might be okay.
I just have so many bookmarks that I'm just gonna be scrolling for a hot minute.
No, yeah,
you can ask him the question. I'll find it and send it to you. You just ask Dusty the question.
Ron, I was out walking the dog earlier. So we have a Bernedoodle. It's mostly a poodle. And I was just thinking, I was like, oh, this is such a Ron like Pokemon to make, like a fake one to make. She eats bunny poops, and she hops like the dog just inherently hops like a bunny. Like she'll like all feet off the ground. She'll hop to chase things. And I was like, that's got to be something, right? The poodle dog eats bunny poops and then evolved to become a little bit more like a bunny. I thought that was hilarious. The floppy ears could be a little bit more like a bunny. Hilarious. Write that up. Put that. Send it. Do it. Okay.
Oh my gosh! All right, I found it.
Okay.
You did?
Send it to me.
And the reason why we did not find it is because it's not that artist. Dang it.
Classic.
I'm sorry, Virgo. I didn't.
It's all right. She got the plug. She got the plug.
Yeah, she got the plug anyway.
I still
don't
love
apologize
her
to
art.
Virgo. Apologize to whoever you took the credit from and gave it to.
How should I send this? In Twitter? Should I?
Yeah,
DM
send it.
Twitter?
DM it to Dusty.
Please.
On
What's
Twitter.
up?
So it's not even that crazy. I mean, come on. But here we go.
A dog bunny poop Pokemon. You got to do it, man. Ron won't do it. He won't do it.
All right, I sent it to your DMs. This is all I need.
Oh
from
shoot,
I'm
logged into Hidden Power. I mean, the intern is logged into Hidden Power. It's not me. It's the intern.
You're gonna talk to yourself some more?
Oh, dude, this is sick, dude. But like, you know what's crazy is like
better.
this is really not that much different.
It's literally nothing. It's the arms are bigger and the
face.
head
I
is
see
more
what you're saying
a
with the
head.
snout. I see what you're saying.
It
I
has
see
a
what you're
snout.
saying. It's SoulSilverArt.
Yeah, because it's less man and more boar.
This person is also a fantastic.
They post a lot of like art.
Mm-hmm.
Oh heck yeah, dude. My favorite type of Pokemon or like art account is when they like draw Pokemon alongside their like regular cultural inspirations. There's an account. I think it's Startboy, who does they'll do Pokemon alongside like pop stars, and I love it, dude. I think it's them, and they'll do like it'll be like Ariana Grande and like a bunch of Pokemon. It'll be like
it is them.
It'll be the cast of Wicked, a bunch of Pokemon, you know, whatever. It's so great.
I love Jake saying that he was lying to ourselves that we like Mbor. Hey yo, Virgo's in here. Virgo,
No way.
Virgo.
Yo, Virgo, what's up? What are they just
just talking about?
Is Ron just like watching
Your art
us
is so good.
in like a group chat? Are you guys like prepping for a video right now? Well, yeah, we just had you up. What's
I don't know
up?
if this is actually her or not, but I think
It's got to be.
That's gotta be.
You know, our fans sometimes they just like
That is true. They
make
get
secret
crazy.
fake coup accounts.
Right.
No, that is true. Yeah, I mean, this isn't. Yeah, you're absolutely right, dude. This thing is just like it's just missing a couple pixels around its jawline. You know, damn, dude. I see it. It's just kind of. It's also kind of just like a slightly different pose as well. You're right. Bigger arms.
She said it is me. We got to get her on the podcast eventually. We can just talk about art sometimes. I mean,
I would love to do that, man. To profile some more artists, you know, and just really like dig into what makes a good Pokemon design, and also their experience as a creator is also always cool to me.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, you guys are hyping us up. Everyone's just watching.
I know.
That's great.
Ron, that's really.
This is insane because like so often I feel
over
like
300 people.
Yeah, this is great. This is great.
I don't even
I'm
know what
loving
we're
this.
doing.
We're just hanging out. It's a Tuesday afternoon. Everyone's on their lunch break. They're on walks. It was snowing so much this morning, and now there's blue skies outside.
We can just leave this Embor on. I
know it looks really good.
It's crazy because it's just not even that different.
It's a good design, man.
But yeah, so talking about like Pokemon that are, you know, not very liked, I see this. And I think a regional form for Embor in ZA could deliver on something like this. We see a lot like I would say Hisuian Typhlosion really is just like a personality swap. Like its demeanor and posing shifts, and then the fire on its back obviously changes. But
it
like
also gets slimmer, I think.
It does a little bit. But again, I think that part of that is like the posing of the Pokemon, which implies a lot about its personality. And I would say that's hardly a change, right? So if we get a regional Embor, and instead of looking a little derpy, right, having it be a little bit more serious.
No, I thought you were going to say the chef thing, and I was about to lose it.
I mean, I think that would be cool, but this is also cool. Dude, I want the Fire Fairy.
Him to be a chef.
Fire Fairy Embor. I want him to have metal.
It would just be worse.
I want him to have. He's like Rillaboom. He's got a frying pan on his back. He pulls the frying pan out and just to chef things up. Oh, dude, insane, dude. God, signature Pokemon for Crispin, dude. I honestly think Crispin. I love Crispin. That's gonna be my new PFP.
I think if you were a trainer, you would be like a cooking class trainer. Actually,
that'd be cool. I'd take that.
Give me a Pichu Convergent that is not a mouse but a rat, which there is a difference between, and it is known in the Kalos region for climbing into people's hats and making them cook.
Yeah. Wow. Jake says,
that sounds
quote, awesome. Make him less of a human, but also make him a chef.
Right.
No, that's exactly right. It's like
and I are trying to improve the design, and Dusty's like, how can I make it worse?
Well, he definitely needs a chef coat.
Good God.
Oh my God, that's so true. Listen, I think I think the human designs are fine. I don't like them when they just don't mesh well. Again, I like the human elements. Pokemon should feel like humans. They should feel like friends, right? They should feel familiar, right? I want to be able to emote onto them. That's all great, right? I understand their characters, but I do think where they miss the mark is when it doesn't feel like a creature, right? Like, I don't know. There's so many like Blaziken. If that came out today, people would be like, this is too humanoid. But I think Blaziken, even though it has the proportions or whatever of a human or whatever, it still feels like a wild creature, you know?
I agree. Yeah, it looks like a monster.
Yeah, a monster. That's what it is, a monster.
Mm-hmm. And that's what these are. They're pocket monsters.
Oh,
I really wish that people would people at Game Freak would like really tune into like remembering that it's pocket monsters. I'm just saying, I really like the monster vibe.
Wish that people at Game Freak would really tune into, you know, if you fall through the world of the game you're playing, maybe you need to work a little bit harder.
No, but the thing is that monsters, you know, Japanese monsters are very different from the monsters that I have my conception of monsters in my brain, you know, as well. It's very yokai and all that. So there are men yokai, like the whole Sneasler thing. Like people hate Sneasler, but Sneasler is based off of a giant yokai that's like a man, but it's a giant, you know. So that's why it looks like that. Anyway,
Virgo said that they have a Embor where is it, a Delphox and Typhlosion redesign.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it was her, but somebody did like a Skeledirge one, and I was like, yes, this is everything.
Maybe it's too
it's
old.
Funny because
it also just might not be
so,
on Twitter.
Yeah, redesign is so like I don't even know the word if it's correct, because it's like just the little tiny tweaks that just fix them for me, and it's just my personal take, obviously.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
This is more like witch-like, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty
cool.
cool.
The pose is interesting. The pose looks like it's riding a
I love the shiny. The shiny is so good there.
Yeah.
Delphox shiny is fire. all
Is
together.
that what it looks like? Is like the robe purple too?
Yeah.
I knew that the gray fur, but like is the robe purple?
Oh,
on
I
Shiny
like that
Delphox?
one that she did right there.
Oh, this might be the redesign right here. That's
that
cool.
one I like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
Shiny Delphox is cool. What the heck?
Shiny Delphox is what makes me like Delphox.
Dude, this is so good. So, is this a matter of like fixing the proportions of the design and the silhouette? Is this a matter of like making the tail longer so that feels like the creature feel like so it just kind of extends the hair so like the tail and the hair on the sides of the legs, it's all a robe that's just kind of all flowing behind it. Obviously the hair up top changes a lot, or like the ear hair. This looks so good.
I don't know if she made this or is you. If you
I think so.
tweet,
Yeah, I think so. Well,
I know she did the drawing for sure. Okay.
Just want to see what I could do with the redesign. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love this. This is
actually
actually.
she did like a model of it, which is
This
really
is so good.
Um,
This is so good.
Yeah, I like it.
Even the model is so. Oh my god! I'm just like I'm studying this. This is so cool.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Because it's like the hair. Just I feel like Delphox has always kind of felt like. I don't know. It just looks top heavy. It doesn't look again like a creature. I'm like this doesn't make sense. But all the hair kind of falling behind. I feel like I'm not talking about like a design from a design perspective.
Yeah,
but,
see.
But I think physically, like anatomically, like this looks balanced. Like I feel like if it was walking around, it wouldn't fall forward, right? Because it was too heavy up top or whatever. I don't know. I love this. This is so great.
It's great.
And I think it's also
was
nice
just
to see its
reading what she
legs
was saying,
too. It's also nice to see its legs.
Danny O just gifted 5 hidden
Oh,
star
no way.
memberships.
Danny O, thank you so much.
Kiara got one.
Yeah, Kiara, Patmo, Adam, Jacob, Sky King, welcome. Make sure you guys check out the
Welcome to our club.
yeah, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. The cult.
Welcome, Squidward.
Make sure you join the Discord if you're not already in there. Make sure you check out you got a month now to check out all of our bonus content, all of our VODs. Yeah, Ron was in here earlier. We got some exclusive videos with Ron. That's available now. There's a playlist on the main channel. Yeah, I made a new playlist for the VODs, and I made a playlist for the secret powers, and those are both on the homepage. So that's how you can access them.
Nice.
Okay. Dusty, are you ready?
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do?
Wait, before you ask him,
God.
before you ask him, I just wanted to say that I found the comment, and it was like, it's the combo that's the problem, not the Pokemon itself. Chikorita, Fennekin, and Quaxley is a disgusting trio.
What?
I agree.
No
and I
way.
said, very fair, that might be the worst trio ever. I think
It's not though.
Listen, if it was Chikorita, Fennekin, and Quaxley, I am like not buying the game.
Bro, get out of here, you
Bunny Quaxley would
dude.
be worse.
You're insane, dude. You're not buying the game.
No, I buy the game.
Think about it, dude. Again, I would assume what you don't like about these lines and their evolutions could be fixed with a regional, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's what we were saying. We were like, do they get
they're gonna
megas or
get
do
a
they
new
regional
type.
forms,
You know?
So we don't even know what they get if they get megas or regional forms. But either one would still redesign them. But then I'd still have to use the Quaquaval for like half the game if I had a mega Quaquaval.
Dude, but that's the arc. Soul ends up loving regional Collusion Quaquaval.
That's totally possible. I hope that happens. I love Quaxley.
Century. Would they do Quaxley? Like, would they do any of the Paldea ones?
I think it's possible.
I hope so, man. I think that'd be so cool.
That'd be cool.
I think it's possible.
They're so
That
close.
would be cool.
After freaking Hydrapple and Archaludon, I don't throw anything out anymore.
Yeah, we've arrived, dude. Everything
like
is everything's available, man. I hope, dude. I so hope. Man, I don't know, dude. I look at these and I go, it's all fresh perspective, you know? And I think, sure, maybe the masses overall, these aren't everyone's favorites. But if you chose, if the options were Chespin, Entepig, and Sobble, you'd like that. That's not horrible. There's something in there for everyone, you know?
But is there something in there for everyone?
Dude.
If
You
it's
love
Chikorita,
Sobble.
If it's Chikorita, Fennekin, and Quaxley,
Yes,
is there something in there
that's
for
still
everyone?
cool. That's still cool.
know.
That's still cool. And I think
Who you picking in that lineup?
Me?
Yeah. Chikorita, Fennekin. You're picking
Fennekin for sure. Yeah.
I'd pick Chikorita.
And Soul, here's the thing. And there's nothing wrong with this, but we all have our own preferences. I do think, I think we all know that Soul likes edgy, cool, awesome things. Dark. So when you pick the 3 Pokemon that end up leaning more feminine, right? I mean, honestly, I think Quackleval is actually pretty. He's pretty tough. He's pretty tough.
I wouldn't say he's feminine,
but he's like I said, he just.
And I don't care. I like feminine designs.
Himself.
Don't get me wrong. I really do. Yeah. Like I like Delphox. I like Delphox the most out of.
But you know what I'm saying? Line. I think Game Freak wouldn't do that. They would pick one of the cooler ones, or one of the more. Again, I'm speaking for myself. One of the cooler ones. One of the more like cool, edgy boy ones, right? They would throw one of those in there for you.
I'd hope so.
I think, and not for you, but for
Yeah,
I just want to say
for the wider people who enjoy Pokemon, right?
I just want to say
for all the little boys out there
for coming in here, though. By the way,
thank you, Virgo.
That was so nice to me.
We
haven't talked with her before, but I so appreciate her art and everything.
Yeah,
let's connect on Discord or Instagram, wherever you can message the account, and then if you want to jump on the podcast, we could do. We'd love to host you at some point. So reach out if you're interested.
Ask the question.
Oh yeah, so that's our time. I'm just kidding.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
I haven't answered my fire type. I don't even know what I'd pick. So.
You never answered. So you never finished your answer round.
Let Dusty go. I don't know. What to say.
So Dusty, Dusty, I'm gonna be real with you. Normally, when I ask these types of questions, you're horrible at them.
Oh come on.
So, just listen and follow the prompt, okay?
All right.
Junichi Masuda, he knocks on your door. He's like, Dusty, my good friend. I'm making new starters for Legend ZA. Like, they're gonna have new regional forms. You get to pick them. Pick your grass, pick your water, pick your fire. What is your dream lineup for ZA, the starters?
Hold on, let me pull it up.
I thought he was gonna say, "Hold on, I wasn't listening."
I
was so ready for that.
You guys really don't give me enough credit. Let's see. First partner Pokemon.
Hold on. What do I have to do?
Now I'm going to, while he's looking, I'm going to predict what he'll say. He'll answer for water. He'll answer for grass. And with fire, he'll go, I don't know. I can't choose between these two. I'll go, well, you have to pick one. He'll go, no, I can't choose between these two. I'll go, but you have to pick one.
To be fair, I couldn't either. So if that does happen,
did you narrow it to 2 though?
Before I answer, Sampy coming through with the super chat. The Canadian.
Hello, Sampy.
279. Thank you so much, Sampy. Literally, thank you so much for all your support. You're always participating in the Discord. You've been a member for so long. Shout out to you. I hope you're having a good day, man. How would you all feel about Pokemon VR MMO? Like, I don't know what this is. SAO?
SAO.
Secret.
No, it's
Avengers Operations.
Chat, you got to help us out with the gaming reference.
Sampy, we're Pokemon people. Sword Art Online? Is that what you mean? I typed in SAO and that's what it pulled up. VR.
VR is
Sword Art Online VR is a thing, so I guess that's
Sword
what
Art Online.
Yeah,
I've never played that.
Let's check that out. I'll answer Lumi's question and then we'll check that out. Thank you, Sampy, literally for just always just supporting us for the last 2.5 years or whatever. All right. This is all right. Let me just settle into this a little bit. I'm feeling.
Take it one by one, little buddy. Okay, start with your grass. Then go to your fire.
He's smart that he pulled up a list. I was going from the list in my mind.
Okay, well, you look at the list too, so you can finish your answer. So
let me think.
I don't know if
I think.
You have to at least narrow it down to 2. So you have to at least do as good as Dusty.
The problem is if I have one, like, so you can't have Sobble and then have Scorbunny. You can't have Snivy and then have Tepig, because I was like, Scorbunny or Tepig.
I was just going to pick Trico, Torchic, Mudkip. No.
I don't even think they're in the running, but you can do that because Masuda said anyone.
Anyone. I'm gonna.
Said anyone.
All right, Masuda. Listen, first off, can I get you something? Can I get you a glass of water, a coffee?
Yes, I would like your finest bottle of wine.
And then I grab a knife and I go, you better give us
what
remakes for Kalos.
This is a real Dusty. This is him.
Just kidding.
We're in his basement.
No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. I would listen. All right. Here's the thing. The thing that I'm struggling with right now is like I'm tempted to be like, let me just pick the Pokemon that I love the most. And the problem with that, I think, is that like its final evolution, if it's a regional, is not going to be necessarily the Pokemon that I love the most. But if I had to choose, this is just a big opportunity in general. Thank you, Masuda, for asking me what my opinion would be.
You're very welcome, Dusty.
I gotta just do what makes sense in my heart, in my mind, right? Let me just pick my favorites just to say that I did it, right?
Okay.
Jeez Louise, this is honestly really tough.
Also, Dusty, while I'm here, I'm Masuda right now. While I'm here, if you ever cover a leak of my games again, I will find you, and I will execute you on the next Presents.
Oh no. I think you're bluffing, and then Masuda goes, "You passed the test. You win. You Dusty win the chocolate factory." Have you guys ever seen Willy Wonka?
No.
Really?
Yes.
Nope. I've never seen it.
Oh, I watched it so much growing up.
Lumi.
I'm familiar with the orange people
Not
who murder
the
children, though.
not the
The
Timothy
orange
Chalamet
people?
one.
Yeah.
The Munchkins.
Chalamet.
No, not the Munchkins.
Munchkins
Are they
is
Munchkins?
Wizard of Oz.
What are they called?
Munchkins Wizard of
they're
Oz.
Oompa
Oompa
Loompas, bro.
Loompas.
Oompa Loompas.
All right, I gotta answer.
Lumi,
this
I'm
question.
surprised that you like all the old stuff. You should go watch the one with the original one. The original.
I think I saw a scene of it when I was a child, and it scared me, probably because the orange people were murdering children.
Yeah.
The Oompa Loompas are a little freaky, but
Yeah.
Oompa Loompa Doopa.
Please don't. That song gives me nightmares. Stop.
Dusty's
He is
never
doing
gonna answer
everything
this
to avoid
He's never gonna
answering.
answer this question.
All right, I'm literally just gonna pick the ones that I think I just like, and I'd be
Do it.
pumped for.
Do it right now.
Firestarter, Torchic, lock it in.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Water
it.
starter, Totodile. Ding, ding, ding,
Totodile,
ding.
Got it.
And for the grass starter, I think
He's gonna pick the turtle.
I've said the turtle in the past, and I think that is a good reason, but I don't love Turtwig like that. I'd be happy to see it. I'm also really tempted to be like, Bulbasaur would be like crazy nostalgic. That'd be cool. And I think I've never liked Venusaur, so that would be cool to pick Bulbasaur to see if it could get like a slightly new variation.
I like this lineup.
So your pick is Bulbasaur?
No. I'm just thinking through the process. I think Snivy's cool, but I also think it's kind of overplayed, and I also think it's just as callous as it needs to be. I think I am tempted to pick Snivy because I'm like, I do think Superior would benefit. Its design would benefit from a additional typing, right? Because I think all three Pokemon in the line just kind of stay the same. Even though they're good designs, it just kind of feels a little bit like a Pomo situation. And I'm tempted
I love
to
how
pick.
this went exactly the way that Lumi said it was gonna go.
I don't see what the problem of working out my thoughts and sharing them with the
It's not that
audience.
it's that you pick the first two and then the last one you just like we don't.
Well, those are the two that I'm
just
like
proud that I know you so well, Dusty.
I like the grass type, so there's a lot of really cool options here.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think I want to lock in Grookey.
That's,
I really want
that's
to
fair.
because
Masuda's gonna walk out the door, and that's gonna be it. And when people are upset about it, they're gonna blame you. So is that your final answer?
Yeah, final answer. Locking it in.
Okay, so the lineup would be Grookey, Torchic, and Totodile.
Because I'm gonna pull up what I'm thinking about when I think about the Galarian Collusion Rillaboom.
Collusion Rillaboom. That's wild, man. That's so wild.
I was gonna pull up a Rillaboom because they were talking about it in the chat before about how Rillaboom is just so hated.
Also, before we end, not that I'm saying we should end now, but I'm just saying help me remember. I do have one more topic for us.
I had picked out like multiple tweets, not just this one. This was just one random one. But
I got something as well.
Hold on. Yeah. Where the heck is this?
What was I looking for? Weird. Oh, Rillaboom. Rillaboom. Man, Twitter's so great sometimes with like finding things, even though.
See, I'm on Twitter right now and I can't find my
Blue-eyed Venonat said Dusty completed the prompt and is cooking with the answers. This is an all-time stream.
Guys, listen, go back, study the text. I've been cooking this whole time. This whole time, dude.
Actually, yeah.
Man led with XY HD remasters.
That's a good. I don't know how that's a bad idea.
It's just not gonna happen.
How is that a bad? Tell me why that's a bad idea.
It is a great idea. It's just not gonna happen.
But that's not the prompt. The point of this podcast is to share good ideas.
No, 100%. I know.
Listen,
I'm just ribbing on you.
No, but chat, I'm talking to you. Listen, you guys want to make the jokes, but I'm cooking. I'm cooking over here. Jeez, Louise,
Him and his
guys.
Embor.
Hold on.
Cooking class.
Let me pull up.
Cooking class trainer.
This has been probably our best stream for like individual clips, I think.
I mean,
we've got some solid
but I stopped taking notes.
This is like creator.
So someone's gonna have to
brain.
I know someone's gonna have to go back and watch all this.
Dude, I think I know what we should do when the starters for ZA finally get revealed. For that stream, I think I'm gonna like later today find like starter dex entries and us play that little dex entry game again with starter Pokemon.
Yeah. So if you look on your screen right now, this is what I want. Just a Rillaboom that's a little less goofy. You know?
I think this is more goofy, to be honest. I like the design, but I think
how is this more goofy?
I think he's more goofy.
Like I like the design.
What is more goofy about this?
But it looks more goofy than regular Rillaboom.
It doesn't have a drum kit that it shrinks.
He does have a stick though.
Yeah, but
he's got a stick with a spear.
It has a stick, but what? It's a stick. You can get a stick from the wild.
Jake says that's a man. He's not wrong.
No,
but
dude.
Yeah.
Gorillas.
So cool.
Unfortunately, we have to say that monkeys, gorillas, primates, whatever you want to say, they are very.
Yeah,
human,
they are us. Yeah. Oh my god,
yeah,
dude.
the feet are a little odd, but
look at this proof. August 7th, 2024. Yes, yes. No drum, cry, heart emoji. This is it's right there, baby. Man,
Luigi the Metal 64 pointed out that we're saying starter Pokemon, and that he appreciates that, as opposed to first partner Pokemon or whatever the heck they're trying to push.
Okay,
I guarantee you on Pokemon Day it's going to be like, here's your first.
I'm starting to think we should start
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think we should start saying that though.
No.
Will it get us a
But there's so many other things.
No. But will it get us all expenses paid to Worlds? Because I will if that's the case.
Yeah. I don't think starters is like a bad term. Like I don't think we should stop saying that, but I also don't. For so many other things in Pokemon, we always are dictated by whatever the real answer is. Why should we not actually use the thing that these are officially named as, right?
Because it's wrong.
Yeah.
They look. All I'm saying is, in official media, they have referred to them as starter Pokemon.
Yeah.
This is a change. This is not it was like this all along and we're fighting it. Nah, for 20 plus years, it was starter, not first partner.
Sure.
Now it's first partner. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Imagine if they started changing shiny to which shiny actually wasn't an official term and they made it the official term. But imagine if they started calling it different color Pokemon. No.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this would be a pretty good.
You should go to the DM I sent you, just to see there's a other Rillaboom art that just had been released and I like it a lot. This one right here, yeah.
Yeah, but
dude, cool.
This form of Rillaboom is awesome. Like I love this form of Rillaboom. The issue is that it's got a drum kit on its back that I don't care what Ron says. It shrinks and gets bigger and it shrinks. I'm like I hate it.
I care what you say, Ron.
I think all Rillaboom needed was wood on its chest. And it bangs on its chest to make drum noises.
That is a solid
It's
idea.
so stupid how obvious that is.
Yeah, the idea was right in front of their faces.
So
can someone design that? Can there be?
It exists.
If any
I know it
in the
exists.
Chat, can you design a Rillaboom with what we're saying is think like an armor plate, but it's wood, and so when he's drumming, he's not hitting a drum. He's going. I think you can do even more natural than that one. That's it.
Dude.
Just make it more obvious that it's wood, I think.
Yeah, and it's got these two sticks so it can use the sticks to
and just because that's what gorillas do, right? That's a gorilla thing.
Yeah,
it's so cool, dude.
Thing.
I don't know. I've seen there's one that I saw that was insane, dude. Where it had,
they really wanted it to have sticks.
This is a cool one. You can see
that one's
the
good
rings.
With the chest.
Yeah, its chest are made up of or it kind of looks like the rings of a tree. That's kind of cool.
If it was me designing it, I would have made its fists like have some kind of wood on it, so they were like something like that. But they would have something. Maybe the entire hands would be made of wood because he's a grass type. Like, why can't they have like just like wooden hands and then a wooden chest and just like
that's true.
This?
Yeah, dude, that would be cool if it's like its power was like all of a sudden its hands like turn into like it transforms like the Hulk, and all of a sudden its hands get these wooden fists, right, to do extra damage or whatever. Like I can see it being enraged and being like,
but the G-Max could have been
describing a mega. Like that could happen.
True. The G-Max could have been like the whole drum set thing. Like that's fine.
Yeah, that's true. So anyways, I just think Rillaboom needs that like slight little twist, and then I love it so much. That's my thought. That's my thought on that. Did we answer Sampy?
You need to pull it up. Sword Art Online VR. You'll have to type in VR because there's
VR
an anime.
What is it? Sword?
Pull up. Sword Art Online, but type in VR because it's Art Online. Type in VR though because it's an anime, so you have to make sure you're typing in.
This is the game. Yeah, this is so sick. This right here.
What was this? What was this question though?
This just looks like Skyrim.
On Pokemon MMO, what will we think about a Pokemon MMO that is Sword Art Online?
I think if this ever happened, I think we would reach the peak of Pokemon. I don't even know. Like, imagine like you're in VR, which is virtual reality. So you're putting on these goggles and you're in like a whole Pokemon world, and your friends are there because it's an MMO, and you're just like, let's go catch Pokemon together, guys. And like that's like, I don't know how much further into the Pokemon world we can get other than the robot Pokemon in real life, like you were saying.
I don't understand VR though. Like, okay, so
if you put on those goggles,
you put on the goggles, you get it.
I know.
You got to put them on.
No, you need to try it.
My hat is my goggles, right? There we go. I can't.
Yeah, literally. So and close your eyes.
How do I walk forward? Do I actually walk forward, or do I walk in place?
No, you use
walk
the
with
stick.
the thumbstick.
I use a thumbstick, so it's like a little Joy-Con, right?
Which is, I think, is the main. It's the main issue with VR because it makes me sick. I don't know about y'all, but a lot of times I'm just like moving around, and it's like, whoa.
I have seen the video where like the guy, like there's like a guy and his wife playing VR, and he's like on one of those wooden boards like fixing a building, and she goes up behind him and pushes him.
Bro, you haven't tried VR, Lumi, but I did.
Never.
I did the first time like an actual really good game over Christmas break because my friend got one. Insane to just like look up and you're in a world. You're in like an actual world. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, why isn't this? I don't understand how VR isn't like the mainstream, but
well, I don't think the technology is
there.
there. Yeah, it's I just don't think the technology is there. I also really don't. I mean, it is a fun novelty, but I don't think it's actually that fun. So my hot take on this is that I'm fine with like first-person perspective in a Pokemon game. That is kind of cool. This to me just reminds me of any first-person game where you can see your hands, But I would be worried. Like, I'm fine if this is a novelty game, but I wonder if this is a thing that we all think we want, and then when we get it, we're actually like disappointed.
True.
Because I think what we lose with this, it's like it's a version of immersion that I think could potentially lose out on a lot of like, I don't know if this is like the fantasy or it's like a lot of the more interpretive. I don't know. We opened the stream by talking about Legends Arceus, and I feel like little scenes like this where you can see your person in the world. To me, this is just as immersive as like doing anything first person. Like I just want to control a character in a world, and I think the music and the sound and the pacing and the gameplay provide what I need from a Pokemon game far more than me being like literally a first person, having the first person perspective. I think a Pokemon game is about the Pokemon, where this feels like the point of this game would be my experience as a human, and I don't know if that's what I want. I think maybe an opportunity.
Legends games eventually evolve into this.
I would prefer something else. I don't want it to be Legends. I would say maybe what this could be more in line with is all the speculation we've done about the synchro machine, right? Maybe this is your black and white game, right? You get your black and white remake game, and you are Trainer N in your first-person perspective, and you're able to go into the body of Pokemon and be the Pokemon, right? Maybe that's your weird spin-off game, and then in 2 years we can have a discussion about this game being
That would
horrible,
be really weird. I'm not
like
gonna
Let's
lie.
Go and whatever else, right? But I don't think I don't think, unless the technology arrives, right, where I can get like a little trackpad and the VR
it would have
is
to be
like so
different.
good, I don't think VR is actually the future of gaming. That's my pitch.
Unless it's what you said. That's the only way. I agree. Like VR right now as it is not good enough. But if the potential is insane, that's all I have to say about it. Like it could be incredible. And for it to be a Pokemon game, I think it would have to be a spin-off, like you said, Dusty. Like there's it absolutely it cannot take the main line, and even taking Legends now would be weird, but who knows?
I want Legends to be its own
I'm
thing.
thinking eventually, you know what I mean?
Years from now, who knows? It could be just like Legends is the experimental titles, no matter what.
No. Keep Legends what listen, I'm going to freak out if Legends isn't actually like, if ZA doesn't end up being or feeling like Legends Arceus, if they're just using the title but not keeping the gameplay, I'd be disappointed.
Well, we do know it's still action. Like we still
it's
know
still
it's
action.
like
but this doesn't feel like action.
Called
to me.
a something AR.
Imagine though that this is the evolution of Legends, where you play as first person, and so like you're walking in VR, and then you can like literally throw the Pokeballs to catch the Pokemon.
See, this sounds like the Let's Go series. That doesn't sound like Legends.
Legends.
Legends is so much more than Legends is so much more. You know, Legends is like, that's the RPG action adventure. This is like a catching simulator. You know.
Yeah.
So I would. That's what I would push back on.
Jake had a good idea, which is like if it was Stadium, like Pokemon Stadium in VR.
Yeah.
But I don't know,
Yeah,
like
that could be good.
I guess from the trainer's perspective, which would be awesome.
Yeah. But it's an interesting thought. I definitely welcome like new ways to interpret these Pokemon games. I think it's cool that they're introducing these different things, but
I got one more question from one of my tweets, but if you guys want to move on.
No, let's hit it. We do got to wrap up at some point. How about before you get into that, Lumi, do you want to read off the sponsors of the podcast?
I do want to do that, Mr. Gogoat.
Okay,
so, we want to give a special little shout out here to some of our supporters, our mythical tier supporters: Hayden Sgal, Ryan Amphosinus, Cornet Highlander, Chris Tyler Low 15, JMO 557, Ball Guy Leaks, Primal Gray, Case, Oven Carson, Stills, Sully the Skeleton, NMT Arts, Gray Williams, Papa Nito King, North Ender, Travis Mashburn, Matt Hale, and the Poke Kiddo 1. We want to give a special shout out to our Arceus tier supporter, Red or Carson K, and a Gigantamax size shout out, or in the theming of Legends EA, a mega shout out to Young Smokey and Bramtastic, our Game Freak Inc. level members. Thank you all.
Thank you guys so much. That list gets longer and longer and longer. There's even new people who have joined who aren't on that list because they just joined during the stream.
No, I added all the people who joined during the stream.
Did you?
At our mythical tier, yeah, because it's mythical tier and up. Like I added Ball Guy.
Awesome. I didn't even hear it.
Saw that.
There's so many names I didn't hear it. But like I said earlier, if you guys want to support the stream, let's pull up our page real quick. If you want to support the stream, we have. I just want to pull these up. We have so much bonus content. I've yapped about it, but I want to show this to you guys.
Oh my God, this is
just
horrifying.
so you can see it. You know.
But it's awesome. It's awesome that he has it on it, though. Actually.
So when you become when you become a channel member on YouTube or a Patreon supporter over on Patreon, on YouTube at least, it's gonna look a little bit different. We got this entire playlist. These are secret power episodes. That's what we're calling them. Listen, there's even a couple spoilers.
That's a spoiler alert.
This is an episode that's not even up right now with the host and founder of the Puckle podcast. But we have so many videos. Our 2025 goals. That's a personal thing. This is a personal look into who we are as humans beyond Pokemon. We have so many of these from the last 2 years. We also have a bunch of extra content with some of your favorite YouTube creators like Infamous Trainer, JPR, Steve from PKMNcast, True Green 7 was in the stream earlier, Loxton. All your favorite YouTubers are here. And this is all content you can go and watch if you support the stream. or if you support the podcast. $5 gets you in the door. Beyond that, we also have a bunch of other content. Where is it? Right here. Here's a bunch of VODs that we've been creating. And we've been playing Leaf Green. We've been playing Scarlet and Violet, doing a bunch of shiny hunting, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Snap. And there's even some more stuff down here that's going to be exclusive to you guys very soon. It's actually not out yet. It's actually my first playthrough of Pokemon Scarlet. It's kind of a cool little retrospective to check that out. But anyways, all that content is available to you. $5 gets you in the door. A little bit higher than that, and you get read on the show. And you support all this stuff that we also just give you guys. So appreciate it.
True.
Was that too long-winded? Did I just embarrass you guys?
No,
was that
that
too
was
long-winded?
perfect.
Okay, sounds good. But yeah, Soul, I'm excited. What are we talking about now?
Oh, I was just one of my recent things. I think I posted yesterday. Unless you want to talk about that, but
no, I pulled this up. I was just
there's a lot we could talk about, but we have
there really
time.
is.
I was just saying yesterday that it's kind of crazy, but we've kind of known whatever the A in Legends ZA is.
It's Arceus. It's Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
It's Pokemon Legends Zygarde Arceus.
Even if it is Arceus, even if it's Arceus, that A is a complete indicator of what it should look like. That's my point. Because the X of Pokemon X looks like Xerneas, and the Y of Pokemon Y looks like Yveltal, and the Z really looks like Zygarde. And so we have this A, and it's like, that's what that Pokemon will look like.
Yeah. I could see it, man.
I don't know. I didn't know what you guys thought about that, but I just was like,
no, I think that makes sense.
We've had it this whole time.
Yeah. No, I think that is cool. Like
away.
with Legends Arceus, before we even knew about the game, Arceus is in the title, so I think it's easy to speculate that it's going to have something to do with Arceus. And we've assumed that everything has to do with Zygarde, but the A, whatever that A is, I mean, we'll figure out what it is, right? You're right. It could be, as you write in this tweet, it could be a mega form. It could be a new form of Zygarde. It could be a new legendary, I think there are a lot of possibilities. And I think basically when we get the game and we start getting answers, it's going to feel so obvious to us. We're going to be like, of course. Yeah. It's been in the title the whole time, Yeah. Why couldn't we have guessed this?
Y'all keep going. Yesterday. I got to run real quick, but I'll be right back. I got to deal with something.
Sounds good.
It just hit me yesterday that that's the tweet I'm talking about, the one that's quoted there.
Oh, right here?
It just,
Okay.
It's like you can have exactly that shape is going to be the Pokemon.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. What do you if it is a new legend, what are you thinking about? Like what do you think it could look like? What do you imagine?
See, that's why you're here.
Okay.
Cuz I had never even thought about what kind of animal could it be? What kind of creature could it be? You know what I mean? Cuz to me, I just see an A. My creative brain doesn't really work like that. I don't know.
So I'm looking at this right now, right? This is obviously a tower. This is just the isolated A. Oh, he's on a call right now. Oh, he's yelling at someone.
No.
Oh my gosh.
He wanted to do it on purpose. He wanted to be like you.
So I think what this tower would be, this makes me think of the Lumiose tower. And these little stems down here, right, remind me of ivy. It reminds me of some sort of foliage, right? Maybe a grass type Pokemon, or maybe some sort of parasitical Pokemon that is.
A lot of people were saying bug type, and I was like,
I could see it, man. That'd be cool. And basically, what it is, it's like a Pokemon that is almost like imitating or stealing the power of Lumiose tower. I could see something like that, right? And because you can see these little things are only at the bottom; they're not up here at the top. But I guess maybe that's because the Z kind of covers it. But so you got. What is it?
You see with Zygarde, it's like the 50% is shaped like a Z, and then it also has the hexagons in it in this Z. So it's like it's trying to tell us something,
Yeah,
it's
and
like
very obvious.
Zygarde is that color too. So whatever this Pokemon is going to be that light green as well.
Yeah. And this is what you were saying earlier. The X in Pokemon X, that logo has horns like Xerneas. The Y has the finger, the feather things. The claws of Yveltal. So I'm totally with you. I think if we were to try to think of this very literally, it would be this towering Pokemon that is sucking nutrients from the earth, perhaps, right?
I'm back. Just so y'all.
And it's, you know what I'm saying? And then I think that's what we could see. Just this towering Pokemon. Maybe these are legs. You know, the A are legs of some sort. And it's going to look kind of goofy too, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if you take it literally, that's a great way to put it. And I think we actually should probably take it literally. Like, what?
I know we're so quick to go on Wikipedia and look up like every little thing and then realize like, well, none of this actually is like connected to what is just right in front of us. You know, like we are so quick to be like, it only takes place in Lumio City until they tell us that it'll be taking place somewhere else, right? Like, but if they say, you know, if we just take what they told us literally, that's where we got to go. You know, that's where we got to start from.
Isn't there like apparently some discrepancy with that because like
it was just Nintendo.
It was just but see, did the Japanese Nintendo tweet it? You know?
I think it's legit.
I think it's happening.
I think it wasn't just Nintendo. I think it was on the Japanese Pokemon website as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So that's what really sealed it for me. Because if it was just that Nintendo of America tweet, I'd be like, sus.
I feel like it makes sense too. Because I don't know I'm in the camp that it's like a bit more modern, and I don't know, to have the entire, like, I think it was easy to do all of Sinnoh because it was before it was Sinnoh, so it was very vacant land. You know, they really effectively they made a new region, but I feel like modern Kalos, that would be a heavy game to do in the Scarlet and Violet style.
Yeah.
All of it, you know?
Yeah. You know, shout out to Hoops. I just scrolled a little bit, and then there's a ton of awesome art here commissioned by our friend Hoops and Hip Hop. And I see I see you guys in the chat. Chat's saying the A legendary also looks a lot like the ultimate weapon. I think that is also something that we could definitely see. And I think, I guess what I'm really thinking is like maybe the ultimate weapon, right? We see the new ultimate weapon or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not realizing there's some confirming lore here. But maybe this original ultimate weapon was a Pokemon, right?
Yeah, there is like Terra Leak lore actually about that.
Tell me about it.
But apparently the I don't know if it was the ultimate weapon. I think it was. There was like a virus Pokemon and it was a weapon.
Yeah.
In the like
that's big, man.
Beta news. Yeah. So they might have changed it into the ultimate weapon instead of an actual Pokemon, but it used to be at least.
Yeah. No, that's so cool. I really like that because like I think this is what the point of Legends is, right? We all think we know what the stories are of the Pokemon universe, but what the Legends games are able to do is to put us in the driver's seat and to live through these like significant events, these historical events, right? To see the truth, right? That is so cool to me. And to recontextualize what we think. All these legends, right? Legendary Pokemon, right? They're legendary from our perspective, right? From Professor Oak's perspective, who doesn't understand it, who doesn't have the knowledge because he wasn't there. Because it's like, you know, eighth hand knowledge passed down for generations. But to play a game in the Pokemon universe, either in the past or maybe it's current day and we learn something about the past. I don't know, right? Maybe the Pokemon from the past returns, and then so that way the game could still be in present day. Like, is really cool. And it allows Game Freak to not answer or confirm our theories, but to give us new lore, new details, new canon that we have to play with and chew on. You know, I don't know if Toby is still in the chat, you know, just chilling on his couch, or you know, he's going out for actor. You know, he's trying to get jobs right now. But like, if you're listening on your way to an audition, you know, chew on this. I want them to ruin our theories. I want them to ruin how we think we know about the Pokemon universe. Give us new stuff, you know?
Yeah. That would be fun.
Like insert the truth, or insert whatever new intentions you have for the universe and how we understand it. So, dude, if the original weapon, if this is what that is, right? If the original weapon was actually a Pokemon, this is insane, dude. I could see this being a Pokemon. Watching it like open up. Maybe it's like it's got tentacles or something, right? So cool. I could totally see this being the A legendary. And then here's some art from Hoops. He commissioned this like dragon, this green dragon looking thing. It's got this like
awesome.
pointed top at the up here. And then here's some mega versions of like the X and Y legends, which I think we could definitely see that in the game.
The snake that he made really gets to my point, but at the same time, I think obviously the head is shaped like the A. We could speculate forever on what it is. Like someone said, it's an evolution of AZ's Floette, or like I have covered so many different versions of what could happen, and we're not going to get into all that because it would take forever. But my whole point is just that A is literally like what the Pokemon could be shaped like, could look like with color, could have the pattern on its body. Like we're looking at the Pokemon, if it's a Pokemon. We're looking right at it, and I'm just wondering, like, what you guys think that it could actually
totally
be.
man. Like I look at this and I'm like, what if this is it? What if this is literally the Pokemon, right?
But the tree is Xerneas, so I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, Xerneas does have a lot of tree elements.
I mean, it literally has a form where it's a freaking tree. You know?
It's a tree. Yeah. You have the cocoon, the tree. This this version is the dormant version. That's what it is. This is like if this is the legend. This is its dormant form, and then when it comes out of its dormant form, maybe it looks like a dragon or something, right?
I was telling Dusty Lumi that somebody was saying, and I'm going to make a tweet about this actually eventually, but somebody was saying that a bug type would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's like fairy, dark, ground, and bug for legendaries. I don't know. You tell me. Is that like a type thing or what? Or maybe dragon and bug? You know what I mean?
I mean
for like the 4 legendaries, not like it being bug dragon, just like
for the 4 legendaries.
Yeah, so like Xerneas is fairy, Yveltal's dark, Zygarde's dragon, and a legendary would be bug.
I mean, it doesn't work with dragon in any way, and I feel like they'd want
maybe
this
ground
one to work with Zygarde's ground, you know?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know. I feel like it would have to be, at least. I mean, they could do any type and make it part dragon.
It looks grass, but yeah.
It would. And grass would work.
Can you imagine another grass dragon, please?
Grass kind of beats ground. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't. I put in quotes because it doesn't Zygarde because the dragon negates it. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like it won't be tied to Xerneas and Yveltal that much in the typing. Like I think they won't be considering them, but they will be considering a Zygarde. Ice would work well. Grass would work well. If they want steel, ground beats steel, and that kind of works if it's like tied into the weapon, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, steel would make sense for sure. But no, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you think it would look like, or be.
No, it's cool.
I have no idea.
It's cool.
I even think there's a chance that it's not legendary, and it's like just.
I do think that as well.
Like
it could
a reference to something else,
It could also just be Mega Zygarde. I really think that's. I think that's the most likely possibility, is that it's not. It's not even a new Pokemon. It's just Zygarde's Mega.
Yeah, but I would say the Z looks so different. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
the patterns on the A look so different from Zygarde's cells.
Yeah,
but it could also be like Z.
Big change,
Yeah, they're kind of like they're interwoven, dude. The Z and the A, and then what's the dash? It's so weird.
Yeah,
the dash is for. I don't know.
No, you know what it is?
Man,
no. This is what it is. There's 2 separate Pokemon. There's a Z. There's Zygarde, and then there's some sort of A legendary, and they are going to fuse together. That is my prediction. It's ZA, like right, like black.
Yeah,
Kyurem,
when you use a
white
hyphen,
Kyurem. Yeah,
when you use a hyphen, it's like they're the same.
They're together.
Thing. That's why I'm thinking it's a Mega, because it's like
they're gonna fuse.
Z-A. It's 2 things that are the same.
That's weird about like if it got another if it fused with it, that is so many Zygarde forms.
I love it.
The 50%, the complete form, it's getting a Mega, and then it's fusing too. What?
No, I love that. And we're
non-usable forms.
We've talked about this last year at some point. The idea of the idea of the cells of Zygarde infecting other Pokemon, perhaps. But I like the idea of just because Zygarde is made up of a lot of different things. It's actually perfect for a fusion legendary. You just have those cells fuse to the ultimate weapon, let's say, or whatever this A legend is, right? And they basically just become one and the same. I think that is so cool. I want to pull up. I have a ton of art. Let's see this. I feel like I've used the art, this really cool art. And why can't I see my? Why can't I see? Oh, they moved it. The bookmarks. I got it. Hold on. Let me pull this up. You guys can keep talking. I'll pull this up.
Dang, Twitter.
I was thinking of another Mega Zygarde art that I saw that was really good. Now we're both going to be searching for something, but I don't know if Lumi, your last question had anything to do with this. I don't know when you guys want to end or whatever, but
I think we're. I mean,
it had to
close.
do with ZA, not this topic specifically.
Here, hold on. Anyways, yeah, there was just art that I found before that I've been using in a lot of thumbnails depicting Zygarde fusing with Xerneas and Yveltal kind of separately, and it's just really
I know
cool
what you're talking
concept
about, yeah.
Because you kind of see both Zygarde and Yveltal separately being like a type of arm cannon, or you can see that Zygarde has absorbed the other Pokemon, right? And I could see Zygarde absorb, like if this A legend has anything to do with the ultimate weapon, absorbing the ultimate weapon and using it to maybe disband even us, if we are, as the protagonist, actually harming the environment. That could be a case. Or to, maybe we capture the Pokemon, we absorb the legend, and now we have this super powerful creature to fight the bad guys, whoever that might be, Man, I'm searching ferociously.
I sent you a Mega one if you want.
I'm going to be real, though. I'm going to be kind of mad if Zygarde fuses with Xerneas and Yveltal.
Really?
Why?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a cool idea.
It's so boring. I'm so done with fusion. Like, what? You made the legendary fuse with the other
They've
two.
only done it a few times.
I know,
but this one is crazy.
It's like the firefighting starter, okay? You did it, then you did it, and now you did it again. Please stop.
But I think every time it's a little bit different.
Lumi, though, because it's like kind of a fusion.
Yeah,
but not really.
This is cool.
I
wouldn't say it's a fusion. I don't really see Yveltal and Xerneas in there.
No, it's just like the red and
I
guess.
No, I think this is super cool. I think this is like like not the art style, but like it just looks like crazy over the top. I think it's epic. It's really cool.
He kind of has Emboar.
Cool. I was gonna say that it kind of has Emboar's head.
He's kind of has Emboar head going on, but
I think it's cool if like the Mega references Xerneas and Yveltal. I just don't like fusion itself, but I think that makes sense for the Mega to reference Xerneas and Yveltal, because like their life and death and Zygarde is balance, which would include the powers of life.
Hey, 1
and
second.
Death, so
yeah, he gonna leave us at his.
Hopefully he muted his mic.
I don't know.
If not, people will hear him walking away and all, and if he talks during it. But anywho, but yeah, I don't know. So my like last little topic was just kind of, because last we heard there was, so to give everyone a recap first. So we were told, Ku said back in November, he was like, there's like pre-orders and merch stuff happening in January. Whatever, like, okay, cool. January's like 2 months from now. Great. Well, now we're in January. And Ku's been doubling down. Ku's been doubling down, but we're running out of time. So I'm curious.
We're on the Ku slander.
You're kind of our resident believer, if you will. So,
he's the resident believer.
So
defender.
Please, give us your thoughts
on that. I mean,
yeah.
You only got like 2 days left.
So are you hopeful, or are you
got a
still
Hail
like,
Mary.
I don't know anymore?
I told you I've not been hopeful this whole time. Even at the beginning of the month, you texted in our group and you were like saying that you had the feeling, and I had
the feeling.
I was like, I'm glad you have the feeling, because I don't have the feeling.
You guys, every day you guys message and you're like, guys, it's happening, and I'm like, it's
every day
not
we
happening.
wait.
I'm not.
Every day we wait,
dude. I feel good. I feel freed from the shackles. Like, I just don't care. I'm like, I'll take it when I want, and I'm having a blast playing all these old games, dude.
But it's not bad to want that. I'm happy to wait every day for something expected.
You know what I wait for every day? My 2 free packs. and it's time to open a pack.
All right, do it. Are you gonna do it on stream?
Of course, if I got it. Right. Let me check.
Then I'll answer better.
It actually might be too soon, but yeah. I mean, keep talking. I'm just looking. I got 12 minutes. 12 minutes. We can do 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Well,
12 minutes
specific. You have to be off at 1:34. Oh, for your pack. Okay.
No, for my pack. I got to rip a pack in 12 minutes.
Why do you have to get off at 1:34?
I pulled a Superior last night, dude. The alt art. That was my first one. I'm stoked. Such a good card. Doubles the it doubles the effectiveness of all grass energies. So I put down 1 grass energy. That's 2. I put down 2. That's 4. Put down 3. That's 6. That's so many energies.
Wow, so much energy.
Energy.
Yeah, I was just gonna answer what Lumi said, but basically, I've been saying since before January even started that I am not confident in Ku's marketing source. I fully believe that there's different sources that he has, or maybe it's the same source, and the guy's like doesn't work in marketing and is just hearing things, and it's not really turning out the way that he's saying. So I don't think that it's that reliable. So I hadn't been reliable, like thinking that it was a reliable source for a while. After it was delayed multiple times, or delayed is not the right word, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he said that we were going to get starters at the end of
October.
Yeah, the starters would be, even before that, he said the starters would be revealed before the end of the year. And then he was saying, we're going to get merch news in October. And then it didn't happen. Oh, neither of those things happened. Multiple things like that. And it's all been around like news. And I just think that the news source is not as reliable. But once he gets somebody that is working on the game, I think that will be very reliable. So all of that to say that it's possible that there's something, because he's heard it. And I honestly think that he believes it with all his heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think he'd double down this much because like I said, he's still talking about it. He posted something like this morning or last night.
Yeah, he did. He posted something today. And he trusts his source, and that's fine if he does. But I personally am not at this moment, but he really trusts it. So fine, that's fine. Like if he wants to stick to his convictions, that's totally legit for him. And I have no problem with that. It's just people that hate on it just because they don't like him.
I think for me, I just
sometimes it goes that way, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, so. I think like we've discussed many times, I think it just comes down to like, then you don't have full credibility, like, okay,
I would say in this,
you might be right sometimes, but
in this area, he never has had full credibility. That's the thing is a lot of people just hop on the bandwagon and think,
but then why do we talk about it?
They don't know.
He
has enough credibility to like be like, oh, maybe we should pay attention to this. But you have to take it with a grain of salt. I'm talking about just news drops. I'm not talking about in-game content, because I think his in-game content credibility is like through the roof. But I think my solve is I just don't get my hopes up. And when there's a cool idea, I just take it as a cool idea. I go, damn, it would be sick if whatever he has just cryptically talked about, I go, that would be sick. That's exciting. But that's a smart way to do it.
But I'm uninvested. I'm very uninvested at this point.
This past year, he's just been beating around the bush. You know what I mean? Like he's literally, he said multiple times that there's nothing in 2024. So why would he post any leaks or anything? There was nothing to post.
Because
he's just been posting things, and people have been like, this should be a leak, and it's like, no, there's nothing, so I'm just posting whatever I want.
I think it's because he's got an ego and he wants to keep the clout. That's what I think.
People may think what they want. I don't think he cares, to be honest.
I don't think he does either.
He does not care.
He's just literally like when somebody's like, you don't know what you're talking about. He's just like, okay, like I don't think he cares either.
He definitely does not care. He doesn't even care if he's wrong. I don't think. He just is like, if you want to believe me, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
So
no.
We got a super chat by Justin. Justin, thank you so much for the super chat. That's very nice of you, man. Is there any new Pokemon form or variant that you want to see specifically in ZA? I'm hoping for a form of Shiftry before it was cursed. Justin, I love that. The line of thinking of like looking at beta Pokemon to kind of determine maybe what a new form of it could be, you know, a new form of a Pokemon. That's a really fun idea because a lot of the beta Pokemon are so drastically different or have different like poses or different body styles. And to take maybe the body style, add a new type, add a new thing, make it work retroactively is kind of a fun puzzle to play. That's a lot of fun, man. Yeah. What about you? Yeah. So let me just cook on this for a bit. What are you guys thinking?
It's funny. It's like you looked up to Lumi and asked him. You went on my screen. It's like you looked.
Let me
look.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot that I want. I'll tell you this, and I think it's because of the conversation of the starters not being the Kalos starters. I've become a little more hopeful about some type of variation or new Pokemon in this game. And if you go back and watch, you'll see me say, and I think I said it from the very beginning of, no, I may not have said it from the very beginning of ZA, but from the time I started landing on Team Modern/Future, I started thinking that it would just be Megas. Like, no regional variants, no new Pokemon, certainly no evolutions. And if I'm honest, I'm still team no evolutions. But I have become more hopeful that there will be some type of regional variant. And I'm just kind of like, I don't have a hope because I'm just kind of happy that I'm a little more convinced of that.
Yeah.
You know, because I like them.
I love that. That is surprising, actually, because today you were talking about regional variants, and I'm like, wait, I thought you didn't think there was any regional variants.
I've become a little more hopeful just because they've the Terra leakers seem to like imply that the starters were not the Kalos starters and were a mixed batch like in Legends.
Right.
And my thing is, I firmly believe that the Kalos starters will get Megas, you know, and I don't believe that the Kalos starters will get Megas and these Pokemon will get Megas. Like, I feel like it's going to be an either or. So, if the Kalos stars are getting Megas and they're not the starters, then I think the starters are getting regional forms.
That's fun. Is that the regional form you would like? Is that because he said, "Is there any new Pokemon form that you would like to see?"
Yeah, I guess if I gotta get specific with you, I'll go with Superior.
Damn. Yeah, that'd be
Regional
cool.
Superior.
If I'm not talking about the starters, there's so many cool here. There's so many cool ones here.
See, outside of those starters, it's literally I have 1,000 Pokemon to choose from. I can't, I don't.
It's
know
really
how.
It's really difficult. But I mean,
but I'm not. But we're not dealing with predictions. It's just like what you would like, I guess. Yeah. Like something crazy like this would be insane. Like the original evolution for Magnectric. I guess we already have the Mega Magnectric.
I think that's what that became, actually.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, Justin, the same guy, specified that Shiftry's Violet Dex entry says it was cursed, and I'm happy that you did and donated $2. By the way, I'm happy that you did because I was like, when did it say that it was cursed? I didn't know at all. So that was super helpful.
Yeah, it's like it's Dex entry or.
I want the Dunsparce to get an evolution.
Yeah.
I want the Dunsparce to get an evolution or Ledian to get an evolution.
Sure.
I'm just thinking about like my top things that I want more than anything to get like a form or evolution.
Yeah.
Archaludon.
There's this funny crab right here that looks kind of like it's like a magnetic Krabby. Like,
it's if Sandy Shocks and Krabby had a baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jake had a cool idea. He was like, what if instead of regional variants, we get paradoxes? And like...
No, thank you.
I'd say that's out of the question, but also I'd be like, that would be literally insane. Maybe there is a new version of... It's not Area 0, but it's a new access point to those paradox Pokemon, right? You know how like in Legends Arceus, we have the space-time distortion rifts?
Sure.
Should we expect that in ZA there is a new type of access point, right, to get Pokemon that wouldn't natively be in the region, right? Or maybe that's where like all the
it depends.
That's where all the legends appear from.
I almost feel like if it's a modern game, they don't need to do that, because it made sense with Legends Arceus because the Sneasel here are Hisuian, so we want to give you access to Weavile because that's a Gen 4 Pokemon. So, we have to find a way to do that. Porygon Z is also a Gen 4 Pokemon. We have to find a way to do that. A lot of the evolution items are like futuristic, seemingly man-made things, like the Magmarizer, of course, the upgrades and Dubious Discs.
Yeah.
So they had to give us a way to get those that made sense. But if this is a modern game, I don't really see a need to give us any kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
But of course, that's if it's a modern game. If I'm wrong, then...
Yeah, it's tough to say. I think Ultra Beast is more likely than Paradoxes even.
I hope so. I hate the Paradoxes.
Here's the big thing. Whoa,
Man,
whoa.
that's crazy.
Whoa.
That's what I said.
All right.
Gosh, they're actually the best part about Gen 9. You're tripping.
Yeah, the Paradox Pokemon are so
part
cool.
Of Gen 9.
There we go. There's the separation.
I'm just gonna do a little tiny fact, and that is just, and I don't even know how factual it is, but things like those special forms are usually in the next generation. So Paradoxes will be in Gen 10.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
competitive as cooked.
So like Ultra Beasts were in Gen 8, if that makes sense to you, and Megas were in Gen 7.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
their
Paradoxes
lifespan
will be
gets
in Gen 10.
extended a bit. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So that's why I think that they will not be in ZA, because they'll be in Gen 10 after this. So
to answer the super chat from Justin, I think it would be sick if we get new evolutions for Carablast and Shelmet, because this beta evolution is so cool. It's really tiny right here on the screen, but
I don't see us getting evolutions though, honestly.
I know that's not really an answer to this
because
question.
that's Megas.
But...
like I feel like with Megas, evolutions are.
I don't know. You guys are so like.
Anything's
it's
possible
this or that, but
when
there's
new Megas.
I really feel like
anything's possible.
We're gonna get Megas, but they will also give us a couple regionals, a couple Evos, a couple
regionals.
New...
I think is popular. Evolutions, though, I don't know.
What do you mean popular? It's like no one knows.
I hope so much, but I really think we're just getting Megas, and like the most I can hope for is like a legendary Pokemon, Megas and a legendary. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And maybe forms for Xerneas and Yveltal like that aren't Megas, but I don't know. Maybe they get Megas.
Yeah.
So that's my thought, because it's hard to like think past it being like a new generation, because it's not a new generation. So
yeah, but Legends Arceus has introduced so many new things. We got brand new Pokemon, we got brand new evolutions, and we got new regional forms and regional evolutions. I
know, but this just isn't Legends Arceus.
But it's Legends ZA.
I wish it was.
Well, I don't get it. It's like we can only I don't know. I think it is totally possible.
We'll see. I could be wrong,
man.
I could be wrong.
It's such a shame if it is just Megas, because the Legends Arceus forms. You were saying it earlier, Soul. That was like one of the best little batches of new Pokemon we've gotten. 100%. And it'd be a shame for it to just be Megas this time, because that's even less of a change than regional forms.
Unless they make the Megas like regional forms. What I'm like holding on to. So maybe. I'm just like, they put the culture into the designs and they make them available outside of battle. Those two things will make Megas just like, all right, this is awesome, but we'll see. That's a very tough ask. It's a very big stretch, so we'll see.
Yeah. We got a super chat here by Sky King, $5. Thank you, Sky King. This is your third super chat. Really appreciate it. He goes, not to song request the DJs, but I'd love to see you guys or Jake stream or talk about Little Town Hero and how it might influence Pokemon Legends ZA. That is interesting.
All right, Jake.
I'll let Jake handle that one.
Yeah. I would be interested in playing it because it is Game Freak. It literally is Game Freak.
Jake, get on that.
And I
would
think
be interested in seeing it. I don't know about playing it myself, but seeing it.
But like, if you play it, then you can. Then you're living the experience.
I'm not buying it.
Oh, sure, that's true. I didn't even think about buying it. You're right. But that I do think it'd be interesting. I was thinking about that. I'm like, if they've built the game, if they made the game, like there surely will be small little details that could be implemented into the Pokemon game, depending if they're different or not. I'm definitely open to it. I don't I don't see it being a priority, but I definitely am open to it.
I liked how the game looked, Little Town Hero. So
I forget, honestly.
I forget as well.
It has been a long time.
My brain remembers it as looking like a better version of Brand Shining Pearl. Oh no, it's not.
Yeah, it honestly looks like how we were just. Honestly, dude, this looks fun. We were just hyping up the Ilka One Piece game, and like this looks very much like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the art style is great too. Like bro, if we get another Faithful remake, I hope the art style is more like this, because this is actually creative. You know.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Like what is this called? Like a cell shading?
I think.
I just assume anything that's like that looks.
I mean, I love this
kind of like
style, though.
Wind Waker. I just assume it's cell shaded. This looks cool, man.
I like how it looks. The biggest thing for this game, for me, is just that I don't really like the monsters. Like they are super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like literal monsters.
Well, it makes sense because like these are designed by the people who design Pokemon, and they're like probably trying to think. I do not want to. I want to make sure this does not look remotely like a Pokemon.
Dude, that's
100%.
fun. Imagine they make this game and that's their thought process, and then that's how they go. Well, what a Pokemon, something that came from outer space. What would that look like? It wouldn't look like a Pokemon. It would look like an Ultra Beast, right?
Imagine that the Ultra Beasts are scrap Little Town Hero designs.
I could see it, man. They're so weird.
Possible. Also, the thing about these is they kind of look more, now that we have the Terra League, they look more like those concept arts that were crazy. Like it could be one of those designers that was like, we're just going to use the crazy, really realistic design.
Get that crazy guy back in here.
He did all of those crazy designs, and he's like legit. But
did he do anything? Wait, so we know who that artist was?
Yeah, it's a specific person. But I forget.
I would love to know.
I'm not great at Japanese names, so I don't remember.
Yeah.
You're fired.
All right, guys.
Just go ahead and disconnect.
The time has come. What pack should I open up, guys? What are we thinking?
Let
me turn down the brightness a little bit.
I gotta make a tweet now for 2:00.
What are we thinking, guys?
Coming up on 2:00, boys.
Are we doing Mew?
Absolutely.
Are we doing
the
Mew?
Newer one, Mew, absolutely.
But I think I have most of those already.
You have most of those packs already.
My brain just broke trying to understand that. Here we go. We're gonna click it. We're gonna click it. Here it is. Oh man, I would play Little Town Hero. I think that actually could be kind of fun.
I would not.
I might actually.
Here we go. We got a little Jordan on the front.
Pidgeotto.
And we got something on the back.
There's
something on the back. Servine, Venipede, Ponyta,
ZA Mega.
And we got the Gyarados EX right in the back. Is that new?
Mega Rapidash and Scolipede is happening, folks.
That was a good pack.
You heard it here first.
That was fun, man. That was fun.
Because then it ended on Gyarados, and that has a Mega.
Yeah.
So that was a ZA pack. You have Mega Pidgeot. That's a thing.
I see it, man. I see it.
So everything in between there is in ZA.
Yeah, I can see it.
Superior's happening. Mega Scolipede and Mega Rapidash.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. This stream went way longer than I anticipated. I appreciate you guys, all of you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys, everyone.
Those guys.
All of you for all the donations, for all the support. Pokemon Day is coming up, guys.
Approaching.
If you're new to this, if you're new to the podcast, subscribe. We got so much stuff coming up. This is going to be our biggest year. Yeah, honestly, this is probably going to be the busiest we're going to be since the inception of the podcast.
2026.
Because we started this show.
Yeah.
We started the show right after Scarlet and Violet, and then it was we had nothing last year except for each other, and we got Legend ZA, we got
the Terra League,
the 30th anniversary, we got we got Generation 10 all on the horizon. So subscribe, stick around. We appreciate you guys. If you've joined, make sure you get in the Discord. We want to talk to you guys there.
We got
what am I missing?
Soon. 2
what
weeks,
am I missing?
There's a call-in show. So if you were gifted a membership, grab your access to the Discord. In fact, Dusty, can we maybe post on our community tab on YouTube another link to the Discord today for members only, so that they can access it easily? Because I can put that up. You can get into the Discord, and we are in 2 weeks, which means if you were gifted a membership today or you became a member, you will have access to this call-in show.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk to y'all. We're gonna talk specifically. The topic is gonna be Pokemon Day. So, go ahead and start writing down what you think's gonna happen on Pokemon Day. You can call into the show. We'll invite you onto it. You'll be right here.
It's gonna be fun.
It'll be great.
It's kind of like a live stream, but it's like not live, and then we post it
It's a live
after
stream
the fact.
for you.
Yeah.
For you, the person. Last time it was crazy, man. Dusty went to an alternate universe. He took Sampy with him for some reason. It was crazy.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I did mean to bring this up earlier. There was a massive rumor about an action mystery dungeon game, and Jake's been yapping about it in the chat all day.
We got there.
Maybe we just bring it up. I don't even know which one it is in.
This is what I will say. I didn't hear about this at all until this very moment. Well, not this very moment, but moments ago when Jake said it. But an action version might be desirable.
All right, here we go.
I will say this. I don't care.
I'm just saying that I don't. The thing that I don't like about Mystery Dungeon the most is just the gameplay. Like I do not like the gameplay of Mystery Dungeon at all. So that's my big problem with it. So if it changed,
could be interested. All right,
Yeah.
Pokemon. This is a 4chan read from a couple days ago. It is up on our Twitter page right now. Pokemon Explorers gets revealed this on Pokemon Day. It's a Mystery Dungeon spiritual successor, 3D randomly generated dungeons, navigated in third person, action battles. I mean, isn't that already what the game is? The game features a selection of 450 Pokemon, and Terapagos is the center of the story. Oh, cool.
I like that a lot too. I'm not gonna lie.
To just kind of recontextualize it a little bit, and it would be kind of interesting to match that up with like the Synchro Machine from Gen 9. Terastal is included. That's actually kind of cool. Right, as you're navigating your adventure, you have the opportunity to like change your typing to be better suited for something that maybe you're not prepared for.
We're getting too much into the fan fiction for me right now, but yes, sure.
Starters are Gen 6 and 9 starters.
I'm out.
That's not bad, man. That's pretty cool.
Also, by the way, did you see the thing and
then it says
about Legends EA says Mega Scolipede? I called it.
Yeah, you did call it. Yeah, so it says the starters would be Gen 6 and 9 starters plus Pikachu, Eevee, Riolu, Esper, Noibat, Pawmi, and Citadel. Lumi is in. Release fall 2025. I like how bold this is for a rumor. I like how this is like, okay, yeah, and to me, the battles are action, but I guess they're turn-based, so the action would be a little bit different. And I think actually that would definitely be more, it'd be engaging in a different way, right? Because like as you're navigating through the dungeons, you're not limited by like the fact that it's turn-based. You can actually just like maybe avoid stuff quickly if you're able to do that. That I would probably give this a shot. Because I used to play Mystery Dungeon and it was fun. It just didn't have the same collecting aspect that I used to love, or that I love in Pokemon games. Right? I'd find something that's cool, beat it, and there's no way to like know if I can capture it or not to bring it on my team. I didn't, and then also, anyways, but yeah, I don't know. I would be open to this. I would be definitely open for this on Pokemon Day. I'd be open to this.
Would not.
I wouldn't care much.
I would not remotely care.
Yeah.
As I sit through the presents and listen to them talk about this, I would say, okay, that's enough now. Please talk about ZA now.
Guys, I'm so excited to... Honestly, I'm really excited to play Legends Arceus and BDSP and try to complete my decks at home. That's going to be fun. I'll probably be streaming some of that.
For you.
I'll be streaming some of that on the podcast. Thank you guys.
We'll hop on.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for being here. And we'll see you very soon. All right. We'll see you. We'll see you next week.
It was so much fun. Peace.
See you guys.